No.
What are you doing?
Yeah, I watch it. Yeah, I watch like this random ad like Hitler 99999. I'm like, no.
You shouldn't watch
Okay,
Hitler.
we're live right now. We're live right now.
I know. I just wanted to get you talking about you watching the video of Hitler.
I'm not.
And in the opening
Okay.
of the podcast.
No.
Welcome to the podcast, everybody. As always, that was interesting. We now just found out Ben is in the same category as Lars and Hulk Hogan. So there's that.
Ouch.
I'm Sheepshifter. We got Benjamin Rivers here. I'm kidding. Maybe. I think. Are Australians racist? Soulamazin Gaming is also in the building. Streetkilln HD was busy losing on Fortnite. He's dead now, so he should be along shortly.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
It's so good to be here at the beginning and to be quiet in the beginning.
Oh, there he is. Just 1 minute late. 1 minute late.
Technically not late.
Nah,
It's 2 o'clock on the dot.
No, it's 2 o'clock for me on the dot.
Oh, well, we've been streaming for 1 minute.
Well, it's 4 o'clock for me, okay? 4 o'clock. For me, that's great.
Alright.
You done, Ben?
What's going on?
What's up?
Yes!
Alright, so, we'll kick it off. I'm gonna skip the whole part where Roman Reigns kicks off Raw because we've seen that a million times. The one thing I will touch on is that the little pairing between him and The Miz kind of worked in a weird little way, right?
Yeah.
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 No?
Oddly enough.
Oh, okay. I thought those were sarcastic yes.
No, I agree.
So that was kind of interesting to see, and I think it could be something to, you know, potentially consider as a storyline thing, you know, or to maybe do with Roman Reigns and The Miz, you know, maybe team them up for a little while or something. I don't know. Because whatever they do with Roman Reigns clearly doesn't work just because they make it so painfully obvious, usually, what they're trying to do. So,
yeah.
There was that, the little segment there that led to the match being set up. The first thing of note that really came across was, you know, you got Mojo's new gimmick, and I guess a little bit of a push. I don't know how much beating Apollo Crews is a push. But,
That's
I
true.
mean, what do you guys think about Mojo's new...
I mean, I felt
Okay.
like recently they were trying to push Apollo Crews, and now they're just decided to throw him to Mojo Rawley with his very bad face paint.
So you don't like the face paint?
It's so generic. What do you mean? Like,
Yeah, it's pretty crappy. I'm not disagreeing. I'm just asking the question.
Like somebody drew with a watercolor pencil.
Yeah, it's pretty garbage.
Yep.
What'd you think,
Here's,
Ben? We haven't heard you say anything. What do you like? Do you like the
was,
new Mojo?
Pretty terrible. It was terrible. Okay, the face paint I don't like. And second of all, where is this going to go? So because Mojo Rawley, he just beat Apollo Crews now. And now it's like, okay, WWE... I think the WWE must be like drunk with like where the decision's going for Mojo Rawley. Because the last time I remember like Mojo Rawley ever being in a ring, he was teaming with Zack Ryder.
That's the last time you remember Mojo Rawley in a ring?
I don't like these...
You're the one who always talks about WrestleMania 32, they did this and this and this, and the last thing you remember of Mojo Rawley was him teaming up with Zack Ryder. Because you don't remember him turning on him, and then, you know, getting jobbed out for like 2 months. Because those things happen.
But like, so, okay, this gimmick, it's kind of like not buying in yet. But, well, wherever it actually goes, like I'm kind of like very excited to where it goes. But right now, no. I just think this is gonna fail.
I think it's dumb.
I agree with Ben.
Wow.
I know.
I agree as well. I'm just kind of confused on what kind of gimmick it's supposed to be. Like, what is it supposed to be?
That's the problem, is they just gave him some corny face paint and didn't change his character.
Yeah.
Well,
he just comes out and he's like screaming.
He was, yeah,
Yeah,
he
if
was
they
actually
would've-
kind of weird.
If they would have played more into the little promos he was cutting backstage and developed something with that, then I would have been interested. You know, it seemed interesting with him, you know, the schizophrenia thing, or him talking to himself about himself. You know?
Yeah, he should have done some
Like,
of
if
that
they would've-
in
if they
ring,
would've
like
really played into that. But it's just like a meme I've seen online about how they put so much time and effort, money into the face mask for Bray Wyatt and gave Mojo Rawley this little face paint.
Yeah, just
Like
yeah,
they put so much development into Bray Wyatt's character and story, but did nothing for Mojo. And I think that it's a lost opportunity. I think they could have made something interesting out of it. And it's the same thing with Dean Ambrose whenever they spoiled his character. If he could have returned, you know, being more crazy than he ever was before. Not crazy, but you know, the lunatic gimmick.
crazy.
Then it would have been great, but I feel like it's just another spoiled opportunity, something that could have been interesting.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that.
Could have,
so.
would have, but isn't. Yeah. Let's
Yeah,
just
but
hope.
this is actually.
Have we talked about? And like, I know I just joined in like a minute, but I don't think you guys covered it yet. So you haven't talked about Bray Wyatt thing yet, right?
No, we were just getting straight to
No,
something.
I haven't gotten to that one
Okay,
yet.
okay.
So we haven't covered the first
well,
thing
let's
yet.
just move on and go into the Bray Wyatt thing.
Well, no, there's stuff way before
Whoa,
that.
whoa,
There's
whoa,
a few
whoa.
things. Let's not just skip to the end of the show.
All right.
We know that the Bray Wyatt thing
Fine.
happened. It's gonna
Jesus.
happen. Let's let it
Yeah,
build.
Ben.
Let's soak in there. Yeah, you're pulling a bin here.
That was Street who actually mentioned about it. Okay.
I know.
Hey,
We said
Saul.
he's pulling. We said Street's pulling a bin. That's what
Okay.
that is.
The only reason I brought it up because it's
Street,
kind of.
stop stealing my lines.
I know
okay?
what it
Street,
is.
stop stealing
I
my
know
lines.
I know why you're bringing
Jeez.
it up, because it's the most exciting thing of the entire week of WWE. We gotta let it soak in, man. We gotta build the anticipation. You can't just jump right in.
Yeah.
So the first thing we'll talk about, Baron Corbin beat Ricochet, which was
I'm
cleanly
pissed off at this.
with
Ricochet
no.
should've
We know
went
you're
over.
pissed off, Ben. But
Ricochet should have went over.
No, he shouldn't have. This was fine. This was just
Okay,
fine,
Baron
and he got
Corbin-
his comeuppance later. So Baron Corbin wins, and you know, I think there's going to be a lot of close calls where they're going to just like kind of troll the fans and make it look like Baron Corbin's about to get the Money in the Bank, and they'll like something will happen. Somebody will push the ladder over, or Ricochet will do something amazing. And then somebody like either Ricochet or Sami Zayn's gonna probably walk away with it, I think. But the main,
Yeah, 'cause
go ahead.
usually when you win before a pay-per-view, don't you lose?
No, but that's not a hard
Yeah.
and fast rule. It doesn't always apply.
Oh, yeah, Brock Lesnar. Roman Reigns. There you go.
Quick question. Doing like predictions here.
Well, I'm going through a short list. I mean, it's not even a full page today. It's smaller than normal. But I've got a short list, and then we'll go through some Money in the Bank predictions.
Yeah.
Sound good?
Very well.
All right. So, yeah, Baron Corbin beat Ricochet, and if nobody has anything to add to that, you know, we'll move on. Nikki Cross had a little promo with Alexa Bliss, and it was really weird. I don't like seeing Nikki Cross act like a doe-eyed, naive diva almost. This
Me
was,
either. That was atrocious.
and then she comes out and acts the same. I'm like, what the fuck? You know, why are you like acting like you're Candice LeRae in the back? You know, or you're acting like Bailey in the back, but then you come out and act like Nikki Cross in the thing. You know, that's I'm really WWE is just crazy lately.
Yeah, they don't know how to run the business yet.
At the same time, I was glad at the fact that she won it and looked really good in the match, and all that, even though it was, you know, being a pawn of Alexa Bliss. Maybe they were just trying to make it look like, you know, she's new to the show, so she's like even though she's the person that she is, she's still like, they were like breaking kayfabe almost, like, hey, you're doing me a favor, you know, and this is one of those backstage things, like, where we're, you know, it's basically a ride along type thing, and we're not our characters right now, but that's just, you don't do that, right?
It's just, yeah, no, like, that's not an excuse, it's just...
I'm reaching here. I'm trying to find some reason or explanation why they would do that. And if they're gonna do it, fucking go full blast. A person that is naive and almost innocent isn't gonna come out flailing and screaming and biting the ropes. It's just weird. It's weird. But, yeah, we'll move on. Rey Mysterio beat Cesaro in a pretty good match. Have they fought before?
I don't believe so.
If they haven't, you know, then that's like the first time we got to see, like, dueling 619s or Swiss 19, you know.
No, they definitely didn't fight before.
We got to see, you know, Cesaro try to hit the Swiss 19 on Rey Mysterio, and Rey Mysterio obviously having developed the move, you know.
That would have been crazy.
Counters it. I think they should have had him counter it first, and then Rey hits one, Cesaro kicks out, and then Cesaro hits one, and then Rey kicks out, and Rey does whatever and wins. That's what I would have done.
Yeah.
GG's.
And, yeah, I think that it makes Mysterio, I mean, I hate to say it, but, you know, he won, so it kind of makes you think he probably won't win the Money in the Bank.
Where's Rey Mysterio going?
It's just to keep him relevant because of Money in the Bank.
I know that, but, like, what's the future of Rey Mysterio looking like right now?
I don't even know.
I think he's gonna win the United States Championship at Money in the Bank.
You think
Mysterio's gonna win? That's your prediction?
I do.
Yeah, I think Samoa Joe's gonna retain.
I think with the injuries, I think WWE's going to be a little bit too hesitant to put the Money in the Bank on Mysterio. And I think with all the mess-ups that they had the last 2 years, Baron Corbin and Braun Strowman, I think that they would be really hesitant to put it on somebody who's not going to just really, really garner a lot of attention and interest. And while Rey Mysterio has definitely got a huge fan base, I don't think it's enough because it's not interesting enough. His son is bland and not very interesting.
What are you talking about?
Rey Mysterio.
Wait.
What?
He's in the United States match.
He's not in the Money in the Bank?
No, he's in the United States.
No, he's in the United States.
I've lost my moment.
You thought you were thinking Money in the Bank.
So you think somebody should have stopped me a long time ago. So yeah, I think Mysterio will beat Samoa Joe for sure. He can have that, but I don't think the Money in the Banks, you know, would have been a thing. So yeah,
that's
Mysterio
why I was asking because of his injuries. So I wasn't too sure if they were gonna have him win or not.
I mean, just look at the way the storylines played out. He lost in like a matter of seconds at WrestleMania. You think they're just gonna squash Rey Mysterio like that? He's gotta have his comeback win.
No,
I don't think they're gonna.
He hasn't been doing anything interesting since he returned.
I think I honestly think Rey Mysterio's the type of person, and I may be wrong, but I think he may be just taking, you know, ones for the team. He's willing to job out to push Samoa Joe or to push these other people.
He's jobbing for his son, is what he's doing.
Well, I think here's one thing that I think his son's going to feature heavily.
What he's doing. That was his stipulations for even signing with the WWE.
That's why I don't think Rey Mysterio will win. actually.
Well, maybe he wins and his son turns heel on him.
No, he's gonna lose because
maybe
of his son.
Push.
No, that's not it. They're not gonna involve his son in major in-ring action.
Why not? They involve.
They're not going to put him in the ring. They might do some. I'm talking about
dead family members.
His son's not going to get a heel turn. He's not going to go start wrestling on TV on a regular basis. He's not going to start having matches. If they did that, I'm turning off the fucking TV because that's a fucking kid. I'm not watching that dude wrestle. He looks like fucking. Hispanic, Hispanic Jonah Hill.
You watch Nick.
Oh yeah,
you watch Nicholas wrestle.
Right?
Yeah, Nicholas.
You watch the Mrs. Father almost wrestle.
WrestleMania.
And Braun Strowman's like only win.
I'm not saying that he won't almost wrestle, but it's not going to be a heel turn. What I'm saying is that I think that his son is going to be ringside and that Samoa Joe is going to do something that's going to cost Rey Mysterio the match. Then it's going to involve his son. He's going to attack his son. His son's going to try to attack Samoa. His son hits Samoa Joe and ding, 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 disqualified. Samoa Joe wins. Or, Samoa Joe hits him and, Rey Mysterio loses it. And he loses his focus and Samoa Joe capitalizes, coquina clutch, and it's over.
And what does that leave for the rivalry? We're gonna get another match between Rey Mysterio and Samoa Joe.
No, they'll just have Rey Mysterio go do some recovery because he's probably not done. He probably still needs more time to recover.
No shit.
And they wanted to bring him back for the name recognition because of WrestleMania. Probably gonna put him on the shelf until Super Showdown.
For pro wrestling.
No shit. We know that.
For pro wrestling.
We know that. It's been for a while. Well, yeah, it's been on Twitter, and we all know about that. I think we covered it a long time ago.
It could be a possibility of him being.
It's not. He's not. It's not. He's not ready. He would have to go through. I don't care if you're Ric Flair, not Ric Flair, but Rey Mysterio's son. Charlotte had to go through NXT. Drew McIntyre's not a. See, y'all got me all. I'm all off today.
I wouldn't say for daily wrestling thing, but for a few matches probably.
No,
but nothing. They're set in stone.
WWE is bad enough. You don't put somebody who's been training for pro wrestling on live TV in a WWE match. I know they do it sometimes for one match.
It's WWE. Look all the stupid shit.
I don't want to see that garbage.
You never know.
I can see it happening.
They might be like, well, he's ready. He's a natural.
Maybe he's great. Maybe he's great.
Maybe the greatest thing. He might save the company.
He's Rey Mysterio's son.
You never know.
Rey Mysterio's a legend. He's been training. Rey Mysterio goes, hey, Mr. McMahon, suck my dick. Have my son fight for a couple matches. Oh, okay. Good content. Let's do it. We got Nicholas. Sure.
Alright, here's your time.
Don't put anything past the WWE.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
What I'm saying is that WWE is going to do the most blatantly obvious thing and have his son at ringside, and that's going to cost Rey Mysterio the match. It's just such a WWE thing to do. I don't see them going through all these steps and putting that kid in the ring in that capacity. I mean, yeah, maybe in like a Mrs. Dad type capacity.
He's gonna do fighting pose like Mrs. Dad. He's gonna come in the ring like Mrs. Dad with his hands up.
Yeah, maybe something stupid like that. Like he just comes in and costs them the match, or maybe some kind of like how Gronkowski came in and helped Mojo win that one thing. Maybe it'll be that in that regard, and in that way, Rey Mysterio could get a win. But I think the most likely scenario in this situation is Rey Mysterio's son is the reason why Rey Mysterio loses, and not through his fault.
For so long, does this really matter that much?
Not really, but that's my prediction. But now it is time, Street. You can finally. You can finally talk about it, Street.
The point is that Sheepshifter absolutely despises Rey Mysterio's son.
That's the point here.
And we can move on now.
I don't really like him, to be honest.
Ooh, see, it comes out, the truth comes out.
Yeah, the truth comes out.
What did he do to you?
It's completely an unnatural bias. It has no reason for existing. It's just a personal preference. It's like when you just see someone.
So is racism.
It's not race based. Rey Mysterio is like one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. I just don't like his son.
It's in the same. It's the same description.
In the same way that you don't like Ember Moon. The same way that you don't like. It's the exact same way you don't like Ember Moon.
I never said I don't like Ember Moon.
We went in depth about this.
And they changed her name.
No, you said you didn't like Ember Moon. You said her personally. Something about her you didn't like.
Oh,
I don't think I have ever actually yeah,
it doesn't matter. I don't hate him based on anything other than...
How about you say the way that I don't like Shayna Baszler?
Yeah.
Does that work? Does that work for you?
I don't have anything against the way he looks. Well, kind of. He looks awkward.
Alright, we should just move on. This just gets worse.
I knew it.
He looks like Sal. That's what he reminds me of. From the Practical Joker.
He's awkward and just not ready. That's why I think it would be dumb for them to involve him too heavily in anything other than something really gimmicky like WWE does. That's it. And now, Streetkilln, it's your time. It's finally here. You can go. Talk about it.
Yeah.
You've been waiting all night.
Bray Wyatt's dark secret has been revealed. This gimmick looks really interesting. It's very appealing. The whole WWE fan base kind of like freaking crazy on the Twitters and all that social medias. Everybody really liked it. Now we can all agree that WWE might mess this up and have it to be a flop. Now, here's a point that Sheep said before, that he hopes that they use that gimmick, that outfit, for the wrestling, and not just have him wrestle like in the other stupid shit. You know what I mean? The corny shit.
No, they'll pull a Finn Balor, and he'll only pull it out when he needs it.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, they have to have him wrestle in that attire. Every single match, have him come on. Yowie wowie, alright?
I think he's gonna be both characters, though. I don't think he's gonna be just one or the other. I think he'll play both roles.
One thing that I think might be interesting is
that's
if
what
he...
it seems like. And I really don't want that.
I think that it might be interesting if, like, he comes out...
aspect.
Well, hold on. What if he comes out as himself, like the quirky little goofy character, and he starts out that way, and then, stuff starts happening, not going his way, and he just, kind of turns around in the corner, or the lights go out or something, and it comes on, and he's got the mask on, and then all of a sudden, they're scared.
But it has
and
to be the whole attire change, because it's a whole different attire as well.
Who's saying that he hasn't practiced quick change? He might be a quick change artist now, and he can just, the lights go out, lights come back on, suit. And he's automatically, in the new suit or whatever.
Well, right before the lights come back on, they gotta play Yowie Wowie over the loudspeakers. Yeah. And then the lights come right back on, and he's just standing there in that outfit.
I think it'd be, instead of playing it over the loudspeakers, when the lights come back on, he's standing there and he says it.
He's gotta, or that. He's gotta play both roles, though. I mean, because he's not gonna be just that character the whole time. He's gotta be his normal self as well, in order to cut promos and be entertaining, be funny.
Well, we're talking about in-ring. In-ring specifically.
I think he should only wrestle with the mask.
Exactly.
What I'm saying is that he should have matches, and he should start
promos as the normal guy and wrestle as the.
No, I'm saying start off as the normal guy in ring, and then as soon as, you know, the tides start turning or looking like they're not in his favor.
Too much, though. WWE's not going to be doing that. They dropped the whole Dean Ambrose thing for one time. If it's something's too complicated, if they even come out with one fucking kind of headpiece or something like that, they're going to drop it.
It's not. It's a gimmick. It's like a Undertaker thing. It's a spot. They can. That's a very easily
you know how many
scripted and practiced.
Different parts of their uniform.
You know how many they kept? You know, they've
only the really good ones.
It's in the same vein as Mankind pulling out Sacco, or any of those things. It's just the lights go out. Bray Wyatt puts on the lights go out. Bray Wyatt, they come back on. Bray Wyatt's got the mask. Yowie wowie, he attacks them. I mean, it's simple, and I think it would be effective.
How long did the effect of the floor last?
Yeah, I'm not saying he does it all the time. He might come. I don't know. I can't work it out. I don't think he should wrestle purely in the mask. Well, maybe he should. I'm undecided. I can't make up my mind. Because both ways kind of have the sense that it would get old.
I think he might have his first match or two without that attire, but I think he'll lose those matches. And you'll kind of see him shift into that character in the ring as he becomes agitated over losing.
Maybe so.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure he's just going to play both roles, though. I mean...
So what are you guys' thoughts on the mask itself?
The mask is dope.
It was good. It was actually pretty dope.
It's almost like a cross between. Well, it's almost like a cross between the Joker and like the Predator from Spawn.
It's designed by Savini and his team.
Oh wow! How do you know that?
Because Bray Wyatt posted a huge thing on Twitter about it.
It's all over Twitter.
Yeah,
and Savini himself tweeted it.
Yeah, he was like, my drawings were on Vince McMahon's desk, you know. Yeah, they had a real, you know, and I think there's going to be maybe other versions, or that it's going to change and, you know, be evolving, you know, it's going to take on different characteristics or something. I think there's still more to come, but
I could see that.
There's more.
I'm just worried to death that they're going to start doing a whole bunch of fucking gimmick matches, like dollhouse matches and some bullshit. We're going to fight in the funhouse match. Here we go. You know.
Yeah, here we go again.
The only time I ever liked any of the weird little gimmick matches from the Wyatt family was when the New Day fought them like in a swamp or something. That was kind of cool. But everything else was garbage. That Randy Orton House of Horrors thing was just utter nonsense. And just please don't do that again. Don't ruin it with a whole bunch of corny, gimmicky match types. Just let him. I know.
WWE ruins everything.
Of course.
So.
Overall, I think the gimmick is great. The outfit is great. Everything about it is good. The catchphrase is great. Like I said, everything is basically great. We already know how Bray Wyatt wrestles, so.
It's great.
And we know Bray Wyatt is pretty good at promos, as we can see.
Yep.
I wonder if he's still going to use Sister Abigail.
I don't know.
I don't know if he actually will be using that move also.
Oh, speaking of that, somebody pointed out in that in one of the Funhouse videos promo things that you know where he was painting.
Oh yeah, the Randy Orton, when Randy Orton burned down the thing. Yeah.
Somebody said there was somebody in the window of that painting.
What?
Yeah, you could see it. It was like they think it was either Sister Abigail or it was his old persona. Or they think it's, you know, maybe him coming after Randy Orton. But anyway, moving on from the Firefly Funhouse. Sami
We're talking about
Zayn.
the wild card, or no?
We'll talk about that at the end with, you know, rumors and gossip about how the wild card sucks. I mean,
Okay.
I don't know, but Sami Zayn beat Braun Strowman with a little bit of help.
Yeah. With Drew McIntyre and Baron Corbin. Yo.
I thought this was okay. It was interesting, and I mean, it makes sense. Like, everybody wants to get Braun Strowman out of the match, so they, you know, naturally are inclined to help Sami Zayn. He seems like a much easier person to defeat than Braun Strowman. I mean, it just makes sense. It's like eliminating the biggest guy in the Royal Rumble first, you know, everybody teaming up. So it made 100% sense to me, and I think this is the reason why my Money in the Bank prediction is Sami Zayn. Because now it's like they've gave it this perception like he kind of even doesn't even deserve to be here type thing, you know. He just weaseled his way in, and it took a lot of help to even get him in the match. So he's literally the underdog here in every aspect, even more so than Mustafa Ali or Andrade Cien Almas. And Sami Zayn is just sneaky enough and just clever enough to sneak in there and do something crazy. And
he remind you of somebody?
Who?
The Miz. Oh, you mean myself?
Yourself.
Yeah. I think I'm the Sami Zayn of CAWs for sure. I think he's just crazy enough and just, you know, slick enough to, you know, somebody else is up there and they've almost got it unhooked, and, you know, maybe Sami Zayn sprints up the ladder and snatches it out of their hand or something. I don't know, just something really surprising and twisty. I just think it's going to be Sami Zayn.
I could see that. I'm going for Sami Zayn as well.
Same.
That's my pick.
So,
but wait.
But
Wouldn't they
wait.
make you think this? Like, everybody knows that. Everybody knows that Sami Zayn is slick and sly, and they just throw Sami Zayn in this match. So now everybody knows Sami Zayn is in this match, and they can be like, you know what? Sami Zayn is going to be the winner. So, what if it's just an off, though? Like, what if they're just baiting you? You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, that's definitely a possibility.
Yeah, they kind of actually like give it to someone else. Probably. I don't know.
You know, 7 other people in this match, and most of them deserve a push. So, I mean, it's hard to just narrow it down to one. But if I had to pick, you know, it'd be Sami Zayn based on those reasons.
I just feel like Sami Zayn's I just feel like he's the perfect pick to win this year, because I mean, look at the history of winners. It's always somebody who's already established in the company. It's never like a newcomer, like that's like been in the on the main event for like
potential newcomers could, you know, potentially.
But I mean, okay, I mean established. I'm talking about a thin line between being a rookie and being a veteran. I'm talking about established as in you've been around a while, you've done a few things, but you haven't won a whole bunch of titles yet.
Guess who still hasn't got their title, though? Guess who still hasn't got their world title yet?
Who? Finn Balor. Let's say Finn.
Exactly. Finn Balor. They only threw a fucking, what was it, IC title at him.
But he's currently the IC champion. You think they're going to give him the briefcase while he's the champion?
And his championship is actually not being defended at Money in the Bank.
There's a possibility. We already have
Finny two belts. Finny two belts.
They could bring back double title holds. I mean, they already did with, like, you know, IC title and the tag team
that's a good that's a good point as well. I'm not going to argue against that. I agree. I mean,
wouldn't that be crazy? Like,
I could see that.
All the fans want Finn Balor to get his shot. And wouldn't it be crazy to have him as world title holder and IC title holder? Like, that would just be set and done right there.
I don't really want that, to be honest. I'm pretty sure
everybody would be happy.
Not me.
Well, all the fucking Finn
Balor. I wouldn't mind it, but
I wouldn't be happy with that.
I just try to put myself
But
in.
who says he can't drop the IC title like a week after, or the day after, or maybe a month after?
I'm just saying it's not his time. Not right now.
Oh, when is it gonna be his time? 5 years from now?
Yeah.
Maybe.
It's already
Maybe.
been 10 years.
I think that's.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Wow.
I feel like that's
20 years you watch.
I feel like that's a push because if you're world champion and IC champion and then you drop the IC title, then is it really
Do you really deserve the world title? Yeah.
Yeah, like you can't even hold on to the IC title, but you're the world. You still have the world title.
Well,
like,
who says
that
he
just sounds silly to
drops
me.
it-
Like
No. Who says he drops it to a match? He could decide to vacate it, or something else could happen.
I hate when they play
Maybe-
that angle though. That's such a lazy angle. Why give
Yeah,
up a
well.
title unless you're injured or you're something or quitting
Okay,
or
let's
something.
see what
like,
happens to Becky
that's such
too,
a
though.
lazy
Let's see
way
what
out.
happens there. Let's see what they do
Oh,
there.
yeah.
That's a
bye.
completely different thing, though, because it's basically the same belt in two different brands. You see,
That's
it's
true,
not
but
it's
you
not
also
two
gotta
it's not two
realize-
belts on two different levels. She can lose one of those belts,
I
and it
know.
won't affect it the same way it would
The
if.
only
I
way
know that. I know that.
the only way that I would
know
see
that.
Finn winning the Money in the Bank match is if he was defending the IC title beforehand and then won the Money in the Bank match. It's the only
No,
way
we
I
don't
can
know.
see
We
it.
don't know that that's not going to be the case. Finn Balor might be defending it beforehand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He might.
That's the only way I see him winning, though. My pick is still Sami Zayn.
Well, I will say this though. Well, at Money in the Bank, expect a lot of RKOs. Expect a lot of RKOs.
Why?
From Randy
Why?
Orton.
Why?
Because
RKO
look who's in this match.
RKO would
We
be
got
my
Mustafa
second
Ali.
choice.
Yeah, Randy.
I hope he gets some really good
Yo,
ones,
because
like
Randy will
one off a ladder or something like that.
RKO spree.
Ricochet,
Yo, he'll
Ricochet
go on an
look,
RKO spree.
an RKO out of that like 640 or whatever that Ricochet does.
Yeah, it's a 630. It's a 630.
Boom.
Imagine.
Ricochet's neck would snap.
I don't. Yeah, and I don't think that could be. I don't think Randy Orton's even that fast.
They've
to time
practiced
that.
it. Randy Orton is that fast, bro. Well, maybe not
I
this
don't know,
Randy.
man.
Like
That's
maybe like 24-year-old Randy Orton.
Like you have like
Yeah,
a
look what he
millisecond
freaking did to
to
play poor Evan
to
Bourne.
perfect that.
24 years.
Yeah, Evan Bourne, you know, try to actually hit like a shooting star press. Oh no, guess what? Yeah, gets caught straight into an RKO. That's how quick Randy
RKO
Orton
out
is.
of a shooting star press. It's not. He's only got to be a few more milliseconds faster.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just double the age.
They
now.
could. I think it's been so long since Evan Bourne's been in ring. They could probably redo that spot, and it'd get a lot of holy shits. Have Ricochet do a shooting star press and RKO out of that. That'd be sweet. I could live with that.
Yeah. I could.
I'd like to see one off the ladder. Or involving the ladder. Somebody going off the ladder after somebody else or something, and him just jumping out and interception,
Or-
RKO.
He could just RKO the briefcase itself.
What?
RKO the briefcase
Out of
down.
nowhere, just like
Pulls
no,
out
there's
the
RKO
there's
silly-
there's not a
Yeah,
there's
okay.
not even a ladder in the ring.
Yeah.
RKO.
Like the match
to
is
do
the
it
match
without
is
a ladder.
about the match is about to start. The bell rings and the camera's looking at the briefcase, and all of a sudden Randy Orton flies out of nowhere and just snatches it down. Boom,
And
RKO.
it's
Out
over.
of
It's
out of
like, what
nowhere.
It's just
happened? Where's
over.
the briefcase?
I could do that. Yeah, if they could figure out a way to make that happen, I'm totally down with that.
Not
So
gonna happen though.
no, we can go ahead and move on to SmackDown, in which Roman Reigns kicked that off too. So let's fucking
Again.
that's great.
This, this
Soul
has to be
ranted
the
about
Roman
this.
Reigns.
For the next 2 years.
Yeah, this is gonna That's
Before
gonna be the
every
opening.
show.
That should be the
Why
theme.
is
This is
Every
like
Monday
the
and
Roman
Tuesday.
Reigns week.
They're gonna change
Every Monday
the
and
intro
Tuesday,
song to
yeah.
that.
God, yeah,
Why
that's
Why
But
do you
then
lie
then
like-
now
like every
forever is
single
now
week?
gonna start with
We always get Roman
dun
Reigns.
dun.
Okay, God damn it.
Yeah. That's
If they
yeah.
keep doing that, I can see a lot of fans booing starting to
They're gonna
I mean,
they're gonna ruin any goodwill. I think they've already ruined any goodwill that he had earned from his battle with
fans
Leukemia.
booing a couple of times.
Yeah, because
already.
they're like we were talking about for his return, they're throwing him in our face again. Like, stop. Like, give us an interesting story for him. Please, like, stop just... He doesn't need to start the show every week.
What is his... What even is his
We
story
don't want a stupid,
right
corny, like a versus... That's what I'm getting at. We don't want another stupid good guy versus the Authority bullshit. We don't want Roman versus the McMahons. I don't care about that.
I've got it.
I've got it so many times.
Somebody tries to run over and kill Roman Reigns, and they barely miss. And then they run it for a whole year. Who tried to kill Roman Reigns? Who tried to kill Roman Reigns? And then a year later, it's Rikishi.
Why Rikishi?
Lord.
You don't remember the Stone Cold storyline where somebody tried to kill Stone Cold, and then for a year they dragged it out, and who was it? And at the end, they're like, it was Rikishi the whole time.
Rikishi.
Like, what?
I thought you were going somewhere else.
Well,
with that
but then it was like, you know, well, of course, like orchestrated by
me too.
Well, I mean, they could play that in. That could be his reason. You know, you can't get more famous than
why Rikishi? Why Rikishi when
because Roman Reigns is more famous than Roman, or Roman is more famous than Rikishi now, and Rikishi's jealous.
Roman's more famous than Roman.
Yeah, and
Monday Night Yard.
And SmackDown's on SmackDown.
And people from SmackDown are gonna get the opportunity to go over to SmackDown. I'm a genius. I don't know how to talk, but I'm a genius.
I thought of the Wildcard.
I probably didn't even think of it. Somebody probably brought it to my attention. Yeah. Oh, of course we can have Roman Reigns on both shows. Yeah. Fantastic.
Yeah, do it. I like it.
But anyways, I wish that Vince McMahon would allow factions. I mean, the D-Generation X basically saved your company, so why do you not have factions? I wouldn't mind seeing Roman Reigns work with the Usos more often. You could bring Nia Jax over. You could bring... That could be your push for the finest. Reeves over there from NXT. Make him like a... They could even be like a heel faction. Like, they could be like a Samoan D-Generation X. Like, there's so many things they could do with Roman that could be so much better than what they're doing. We don't...
Exactly.
We don't want the baby face.
Yeah.
The McMahons hate me, but we all know that they really are.
And everybody seems to be in a...
It's just asinine.
Everybody seems to be in agreement that Roman Reigns is better in a group. Like, everybody seemed to like him in the Shield, but outside of the Shield, everyone's like, fuck this guy.
Yeah, fuck this guy. Yeah, we want.
It's like Triple H. They love Triple H. Everybody loves Triple H when he's in DX.
Just imagine. Exactly. Imagine. That's exactly my point. Just imagine. It might sound funny, but a Samoan-based D-Generation X. Like, just imagine it in your head. Like, Roman Reigns would play the part. They don't have to actually, like, copy D-Generation X and be just like them. But just imagine Roman Reigns.
D-Generation X.
They could be like the Samoan Dynasty or something. I don't know.
Well, here's where he's got a point, because the Usos are already that funny, and in that way.
Yeah, like the funny hillish type of. So you would have Roman Reigns playing the role of like Triple H. You got the Usos that are like the Road Dogg and Billy
Roman
Gunn.
Reigns is not funny. Roman Reigns
Nia Jax is like
jokes.
It doesn't matter if they're funny. Nia Jax is like the China, and then Reeves is like your X-Pac. Boom. You got a whole faction.
Who's like X-Pac? Keanu Reeves?
Where's
Keanu Reeves.
John Wick?
Where's Shawn Michaels?
Finest. I don't know. I didn't get that far.
Is there another Samoan anywhere?
They can pull one out.
Samoa Joe.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, Samoa Joe. Yeah,
but actually, he's like excommunicated from like the Samoan like all of them don't talk to him, and that's why he calls himself Samoa Joe, because he's like, fuck you.
Oh.
I think that's what I've heard. Like the whole Samoan family and stuff, like Roman Reigns' people, like they don't have anything to do with him.
Why, are they even related?
No.
Oh, don't fuck.
I don't know. That's just what I think I read somewhere, that there's like beef between him and like the Samoan wrestling families.
Probably because he has Samoan in his name.
Yeah, I think they think he's disrespectful of like the Samoan people or something. I don't know.
Like, you're not fucking Samoan, you piece of shit.
So, Andrade won the Fatal 4-Way with RKO, Finn, and Ali. But then Ricochet shows up and gets the holding up the Money in the Bank thing. And I think Ricochet is only in this match to give a few holy shit moments, if I'm being completely honest.
Yeah, true. They need somebody to give a holy shit moment.
Yeah. Well, you got Ali and Andrade too, so.
Oh yeah, Andrade's gonna do a fucking holy shit moment. The only holy shit moment Andrade has is fucking fucking nothing. His fucking partner is a holy shit moment.
That's what I was about to say. That's what I was about to say. Every time Zelina comes out. And we finished off SmackDown. Well, not quite. It was almost finished. Roman and the Usos teamed together to beat Shane, Elias, Rowan, and Bryan, which was not.
What's the matter?
It was bad booking, but a decent match. It's like a pretty obvious. The Authority stacking the odds against Roman Reigns. It's that same push over and over.
Oh yeah, that's true. You're right.
But it was a good match. And pretty interesting. And then The Miz showed up, so to even things out. Huh? Right now, pretzel's out of my Cheez-It snack mix. Yeah. Yeah. So, not bad. I wasn't disappointed with this one.
Yeah. The next match, I'm gonna be like,
we had the Kabuki Warriors.
Terrible name.
Bukaki Warriors? Bukaki Warriors? What?
Yeah. Now, a lot of people got mad at WWE initially because they were like, oh, that's racist or that's stereotyping. But it turns out that Kairi Sane and Asuka actually picked this name out themselves. So,
yeah.
I think we should be listening to and going by whatever our superstars prefer to be called, as long as it's within reason and not completely stupid. If they want to be called the Kabuki Warriors, god damn it, let them be called the Kabuki Warriors. I'm 100% for that. I highly doubt that the Hanson and Rowe wanted to be called a million different things a million different times.
Does anybody know what Kabuki means?
I think it means
quick Google search on Kabuki.
A form of traditional Japanese drama with highly stylized song, mime, and dance, now performed only by male actors, using exaggerated gestures and body movements to express emotions, and including historical plays, domestic dramas, and dance pieces.
Sounds interesting.
They're dancing warriors. They're male dancing warriors.
Isn't that what basically Asuka is? Like, she comes with dancing all weird and shit?
Yeah, maybe that's Kabuki.
Yeah, that's a play into it, yeah.
But Kairi Sane is nowhere close to that. She's a fucking pirate. She's the next Fortnite skin. Unreleased.
She's a sky pirate. She dances in the sky.
Well, Kabuki is Japanese drama with stylized song It's got a pirate theme song, mime. She's mimicking a pirate, and she's doing pirate.
Okay.
All she's got to do is do a pirate jig, and she'll be making the dance part.
Okay.
Hold on. Exaggerated gestures and body movements to express emotions. I think she does that. And including historical plays. Historical.
Move on.
Yep.
Pirates are historical.
Even though I have to agree with Streetkilln.
So we'll move on. We had Sami Zayn coming out to help KO in a complete surprise. Well, I mean, you can never not expect Sami Zayn to show up when KO's involved. But I was really glad to see this happen. And you would think, you know, we've seen Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn a million times. I think they should always use that angle. Like, whenever possible. Like, don't, like, just every week, you know, have Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens turning on each other or being best friends. But just once a year, just out the blue, Sami Zayn comes out and helps Kevin Owens win a title. And then he just goes back to doing whatever he does. And nobody even thinks twice, you know, it's like, they just move on. They don't dwell on it, or they don't make a whole thing. We're best friends till the end, and then we're going to turn on each other. Nope, that's just it. Sami Zayn came and helped Kevin Owens win, and then he went back to Raw or whatever. And then Kevin Owens maybe returns the favor, you know, the next year. I think that would be great. But that's just what I think. And we're never going to get what we want, so we can hope. But at the end of this whole thing, even with the help of Sami Zayn, the New Day stood tall. So, make of that what you will.
Make of it what you will.
Nothing too interesting happened on NXT. Just some
NXT.
Viking Experience Raiders said they were going to drop their titles, and then the Street Profits came out and said, we think we could beat you, Viking Experience, if that's even what your name is.
Yeah, I actually watched this. I'm caught up now.
So, you're all caught up, or you just watched that one and called yourself caught up?
No, I watched them all.
Oh, nice. Any standout takeaways from that? Even if it's old, you know, we covered them, but you missed them, so... Was there anything that was particularly awesome to you?
Well, now when
Adam Cole and Roderick Strong thing is interesting, and Kushida's debut was pretty interesting. I think I'm gonna like him.
What'd you think of Adam Cole and what's his face?
Roderick?
Roderick Strong.
No.
Johnny Gargano.
No, Adam Cole and
Matt Riddle.
Dude, yeah, Matt Riddle, bro.
Yeah, Matt Riddle.
And
that was a good match. That was a good fucking match.
Yeah, that one was pretty good, and like all the Matt Riddle matches lately were pretty good. But yeah, those are some pretty good takeaways. I guess.
Matt Riddle's easily a top guy in NXT now.
Hello? Oh.
Hello?
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 Yep.
So, we can go ahead and move on to our predictions, and then we'll go over any rumors we might have. Let me pull it back up, get off of Kabuki. Kabuki? Oh man, I typed in Bukaki. Back. Okay, so we'll go by the lineup I have. We'll start at the bottom. SmackDown Tag Team Championship match. Daniel Bryan and Rowan versus the Usos. And this is on the fucking pre-show. Daniel Bryan and versus the Usos is on the kickoff show.
Hilarious.
That's how you really get that's good promotion, man.
I want the Usos to win, but my prediction is Daniel Bryan and Eric Rowan.
I'm saying the Usos are winning.
You gotta look at it like that.
That's why we know you're a mark.
The pre-show isn't just a pre-show anymore. It's a huge promotional piece.
True.
It's broadcasted everywhere for free. So you want to
True.
put big names on that.
True.
Well, here's the thing. Those big names don't get any profits from the DVD sales because the kickoff show matches aren't on it.
Well,
True.
So it matters to them.
how do you know that?
Because that's one of the reasons Neville quit.
That's true.
The fucking cruiserweight, he's always on the pre-show. So all the cruiserweights gonna quit because they never get DVD money.
He wanted some of that. Look,
Who would buy
all
DVD?
I'm saying
They're
is
not
that
making
Eric
enough
Rowan
money.
definitely wants some of that sweet, sweet pay-per-view cash. He's probably strapped right now. Those sheep masks aren't cheap. Aren't cheap. Trust me, I've looked.
All those
know what?
metal band T-shirts aren't cheap either.
You know what, Eric Rowan is tag team champions with who's one of the greatest.
Metal band T-shirt every day.
And they're always ones nobody knows.
Exactly.
He's one half tag team champions with one of the greatest wrestlers alive today. He can kiss my ass about complaining if he wants to complain about being on the pre-show. Okay, I don't want to hear any complaints from Eric Rowan.
I'm pretty sure Daniel Bryan's not happy about being on the pre-show. Mr. Talking Smack over here would love to talk smack about
they don't
that.
want to be on. They want to be on the pre-show so they can reach as many people as possible with their message about recycling and greenness, being green.
Exactly.
So you're right, Sol. You're right. You're always right.
Yeah, they want to reach out to everybody out there.
Also on the pre-show, probably Cruiserweight Championship match: Tony Nese versus Aria Daivari.
Boo.
Tony Nese is retaining. Boo. Tony Nese is going to be retaining.
Boring as shit. Worst Cruiserweight Championship match that I've seen since I've started watching wrestling.
Have y'all not seen the build-up to this match on 205 Live?
It's been pointless. It's been shit. Pointless.
Yeah, I haven't seen it either, so I don't know. It's probably garbage.
Now let me bite my own tongue here because they might have a good match. They might have a good match.
Tony
and then I'll be
Nese?
like, you know, I hate it too much, but I hope that's the case.
1, 2, 3,
I hope they have a good
4,
match.
5, 6,
Yeah, Tony Nese could beat you up with his abs, okay?
7, or is it 8? Is it 6 or 8? 8 reasons something.
8 reasons why.
8 reasons why. Okay.
He's got an 8-pack, but he's still like 92 pounds. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, but I will say Tony Nese is probably going to be the winner here.
Yes.
Street, you're cutting out. You sound like you're underwater.
Oh,
now you're better.
Hold on, let me get back closer to my mic. I was walking away to get something. Is it good now?
Yeah.
Yeah, did you get your something? What'd you get?
Yeah, I got a drink.
A drink? What you drinking?
I'm drinking Kabuki Warrior drink.
Oh, God damn it.
Sake? You got sake over there?
I got sake.
You got some rice wine?
Oh yeah, you know that Kabuki Warrior rice wine sake stuff.
Okay.
Alright,
what
so
were you gonna say?
Okay.
Predictions for this one, I'm going to say Tony Nese.
I'm going to say the 8 reasons why guy.
Gonna retain.
Okay, everybody's saying Tony Nese.
He has 8 reasons why, so...
So we're moving on. Samoa Joe versus Rey Mysterio. Me and Sol have already made ours. Sol saying Rey Mysterio. I'm saying Samoa Joe. What do you say, Street?
Joe.
It's 2-1 right now. You're saying Joe?
Joe.
We got 3 for Samoa Joe. 1 for Rey Mysterio. I love Rey Mysterio, but I don't think it's going to happen.
I'm going Mysterio.
We know.
Okay.
I'm the only one?
Yep.
So it's gonna be like, watch when he wins.
Yeah.
He's gonna be
for me.
blabbing about it in the Discord.
So the next one, The Miz versus Shane McMahon in a steel cage match.
I did not even give a shit about this match. This match has to be like the pointless match.
Whoa,
No. It's gonna be Miz that wins. No, listen, it's gonna be Miz that wins but Shane is gonna do something crazy like always.
Yeah, just like of course.
Miz is gonna win, but
says,
Shane is gonna be doing something crazy. He's gonna put his fucking body on the line, like always. And then he's gonna show up on Monday, fucking barely walking, probably gonna come out in the ambulance, fucking tied down to a fucking stretcher. It's like, I still got you. So crazy, who knows?
Remember, at WrestleMania, it was kind of like the Miz's own fault in a way that he lost. I think the same thing is going to happen for Shane. I think he's going to climb to the top and be able to escape if he wants to, but he's going to decide to do an elbow drop just to rub it in, and Miz is going to move, and then Miz
exactly,
is gonna
that's what I'm saying. Miz is going to win, but Shane's going to do something crazy.
Himself.
Oh my god, I think I know what would actually be like the most highlight of the thing, right? Imagine imagine he actually does a shooting star press off the top rope.
Oh, that would be much more better.
Right off the steel cage. The cage itself,
much more
he
better.
does a shooting star press.
No, he's gonna go for a coast to coast, but from the top of the cage.
Yeah.
That's what he's gonna go for.
Yeah, coast to coast.
Yeah,
from one cage to another.
Okay.
Miz is going to be trying to climb the corner, and he's going to coast to coast him from the top of the cage. Drop kick him off where he's climbing.
Okay, so I'm voting for Miz. Who's voting for Shane?
I think everybody's voting for Miz because he lost the last time, and he has to get his comeuppance here.
Okay, moving on up.
Elias versus Roman Reigns.
Roman.
What? This is a thing?
Straight away.
It's a
this
thing.
is a thing?
It's a thing.
No.
Boo.
What if there's a what if here?
Elias so bad.
No.
They botched both of these guys. This is a botch match. This is...
No. What if, since this is a whole authority thing, what if, Elias gets to win because of, dirty cheating here? Maybe Shane does come out. Depends if this match is before. I know that list you're reading off ain't right. It's not in order.
I don't know.
It never is. But, if Shane's match is after this, then I could probably see Shane coming out. Or something.
How many drinks do you need to go get?
What, did it get messed up again?
Yeah, you're still doing it.
Yes, it is! Yeah, it's messing up like full time.
I'm not even doing anything. It must be my internet then.
Oh, we're gonna lose Street. Alright. We gotta hurry up.
It's 3 o'clock, so...
Seth Rollins versus AJ Styles, Universal Championship match.
Oh, this match.
AJ Styles.
I don't care who actually
AJ
wins. You wanna what? They're both actually like my favorites, so... What am I gonna say? I'm gonna go with Seth Rollins to retain.
I'm gonna go with Seth to retain just because I don't think he's had it long enough to be a decent reign, and I think he deserves a decent reign.
Yep.
That's
The
true.
only way I'll be satisfied if Seth wins is if we get an authentic 100% heel turn from AJ Styles.
Yeah, he comes out with like
He can't-
with, like the Bullet Club.
They can't just have a great match and then earn each other's respect.
No.
Nope.
That's
Can't
gay. I don't want to see that.
Yeah, no one wants
I want
to
to
see
see.
that.
I want to see something interesting. I'm tired of the repetitiveness. I don't want to see a little handshake because they can't both be on Raw and be coexisting and be buddies. They're both top guys. They both want the title. They have to go after each other. AJ Styles has to turn heel. They can't just work alongside each other and one be champ and not the other
Has
one not
to. They have
worry
to.
about it. It has to.
Has to.
Right? Has to.
Well, my
They
pick
gotta
is
go-
Seth Rollins
they-
just because I don't
They
think
gotta.
the
They
reign
gotta
has been long
go.
enough.
They gotta do it. I agree with that. I'm gonna change my pick.
Okay. You have
Change my
the
pick to Seth Rollins, based on what I just said.
GG.
Yep.
Okay.
So,
Seth.
Kofi Kingston versus Kevin Owens for the WWE Championship.
This is kind of a hard one.
Same.
This is a hard
That's what
one.
she said.
I really don't know.
Wait, which one is it? What are we on?
The Kofi Kingston, Seth Rollins.
Kevin Owens.
Wait,
Oh yeah.
you he just
Fuck
said
him,
Kofi.
Kevin Owens.
Oh,
I'm going Kofi.
You know Kofi? I don't know, honestly. I'm neutral. I have no idea.
I think it'll be
I'm gonna
Kofi
say
too.
Kevin Owens.
I'm
gonna say
saying
Kevin
Kofi
Owens.
for the exact same reasons I said Seth.
I don't know.
It's the same, and also,
There's too much
Okay.
momentum behind Kofi
Supposedly-
Kingston right now for him to lose.
That's true. That's true.
supposedly Big E is trying to return at Money in the Bank. That's one of the rumors I'm seeing here. So maybe he comes out and helps Kofi to retain. That's how he returns.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
You know,
what
Kevin's
happens.
been getting
That's how we return?
Kevin's been getting the upper hand by attacking him. And
We haven't considered the implication of maybe the winner of the Money in the Bank coming in and cashing in.
Yeah, that's true because we don't
True,
know
true.
if Money in the Bank is before.
Kofi
or
might
during
retain
Smash.
and then still lose the title to somebody else.
Is this is not the main event though, is it? No, it's not. No,
Nope.
wait, is it?
Kevin Owens
Or is-
might
or
Kevin
Universal?
Owens might win.
No telling. It could be the first match.
Yeah, because
You never know.
remember,
Do we know what the
Whoa,
main
whoa,
event is?
whoa,
Did they-
whoa,
did they
whoa,
say
whoa,
it?
wait, wait.
Matches,
I know what's gonna happen.
Remaining.
I know what's gonna happen. Yeah, I know we haven't covered it yet. It was
I know.
the list is
but
out of
there's
order.
Two.
I know the list is out of order. I haven't covered those yet. But here's what's gonna happen. Sami
Okay.
Zayn is gonna come out and he's gonna help Kevin Owens win. But earlier in the night, Sami Zayn won the Money in the Bank. But
Ooh,
they do a
this would be
backstage.
good.
They do a backstage segment where Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn are talking, and Kevin Owens is like, "Oh, I can't wait for your Money in the Bank match, man. I'm gonna be right back there watching and supporting you." And he's like, "No, man, don't watch. You've got to focus on your match. You've got to focus on winning the title from Kofi Kingston. You've got to focus." And he's like, "Okay, you're right. And he goes away and he doesn't watch. So he doesn't know that Sami Zayn won the Money in the Bank. So when Sami Zayn comes out and helps him, Sami Zayn's like holding his hand up and they're hugging and all this, and then Sami Zayn just turns on him right there.
Get on this, creative.
Sami
Where are
Zayn
you?
turns on him right
Call him
then,
up.
right there. Boom.
Call him up.
Call him up.
Call him up.
Perfect
See,
ending.
this is the shit they need. I swear to God, they don't think about this shit. Like, what do they think about in creative? They don't go
They
over
don't
shit.
think.
They don't. They just say one person says something and they go with it. They don't brainstorm ideas or plots or any of that.
Well, the bad thing
There's
is that's
no
not even
way that they
brainstorm.
do.
That's just like, I mean, it's just so painfully obvious.
If they don't do that and they do something else stupid, I just don't know anymore.
There's no
I
way
don't
that
know
they
what
do,
they're
and then
thinking.
they still decide to go with what they go with. It's like we come up with like really interesting stuff off the top of our
We
heads.
do. We
Like
do
these guys
come
are
up
sitting
with
there.
interesting stuff, and
These
they're
guys
fucking,
get paid a good money to sit
just
in an
think of this.
office
This is
with
4 people.
donuts and shit.
And I'm pretty sure there's more than 4 people in creative making up a fucking story for one of these guys. Probably like fucking more than 12 of them sitting at a table, writing down ideas and then going over them.
They've had too much Adderall.
Probably did. They probably do have too much Adderall. Shooting up Adderall and DMT at the same time. That's how they came up with Bray Wyatt's idea. That's actually one good idea they came up with, is shooting up Adderall and fucking DMT and like, I just came up with a brilliant idea for Bray Wyatt. And then they don't do it the next time, and then that's how they ruin his whole gimmick.
Yep.
So let's move on to Becky Lynch versus Charlotte Flair.
Charlotte. A little bit of Charlotte.
I think Becky
I don't really know what
loses
to
to.
think of Becky.
I think Becky
I'm-
loses to Charlotte
I'm
because
just
of her
sick
match
and
with
tired
Lacey
of this
before.
bitch. I'm sick and
Yeah.
tired of Charlotte. I really am sick and tired of Charlotte. I'm sick and fucking tired of her.
Why
Have
is she
to be
always getting, like,
included into
opportunities?
everything. Exactly.
Why?
She's a fucking flare. A lot of divas came out already. Well, not divas. Shouldn't quote them as divas, but yeah, divas too. Back in the day, already came out of Charlotte getting all the attention and shit. I mean, they really have to stop pushing her. We get it. She's a fucking flare. She's been in the company.
There's a difference though.
They're legendary. But no,
How is there a difference?
it's so annoying.
She
There's
is.
so many.
She is more talented than most of the people that you're talking about deserve a push.
Listen,
Becky
that's
Lynch
the reason
is, like,
why
more deserving
people
of
are
big
not
push.
people
More
are
deserving, but not
giving
more
the
talented.
opportunities.
I don't see
And
any
Charlotte
of those
also-
other. I don't see any of those
Charlotte
other
also
women
paid
doing
her
moonsaults
dues,
off the
went
top
through
rope to the
NXT.
outside. She went through
She got her
FCW.
dues,
She went through
like
NXT.
everybody else.
She trained.
listen,
She did
listen.
everything she had
How
to do.
is
She did it
people-
the right way. She
How
took
is
the long
other
road.
wrestlers? Exactly, I understand that, but how is other wrestlers gonna do the exact same thing as she's doing? How are they gonna do stuff like that? How are they gonna accomplish things in the WWE if WWE don't give them a push or a chance? They give somebody a push, yeah, they do. They give like people like Asuka a push, but they only go for it for like a year. They don't go years on years on years.
Yes, they
I
do.
mean, yeah, Becky Lynch is one of those, you know, they give pushes
No,
to, but they have
there's-
so much talent.
They've done it
They
for
have
years.
So much talent.
They've done it. They're trying to make a megastar and somebody to.
You know,
And they've done
we
it.
We don't need somebody that's been in the company for like 10 years.
Charlotte
Still
Flair
there,
deserves
being
any
like
opportunity
titles.
that they give her.
Brock Lesnar.
This is what I hate about
She earned it.
wrestling. I know she earned it, but they need more
And she's
spots open for
She's the most talented
other
woman in the division.
superstars to shed
It's like
light.
benching your best player.
This is why a lot of wrestlers drop out, is because they don't get the opportunities that they should get to make way. There's always people out there saying, you know, these wrestlers made it to where they
Well,
are.
now
This
they're
is
going to
why they
have an
deserve
option.
it.
They can go to AEW or they can go back to the Indies and do whatever.
I
If the
understand
dream
that,
is to
but
make it to WWE and then you
how
get to
can you- how
WWE and
can
then
you
you're
not
not happy,
agree on
that's whose
that?
fault is that? It's your fault. It's not WWE's fault because they're not using you the way that you want to be used. It's your fault.
It's
You're an
not about
employee.
how you wanna
You
be
are
used.
when you're a wrestler, you are an employee. You signed a contract to go and show up to do your job. Your job is to do whatever they tell you to go out to that ring to do, whether it's to win or to lose, to be champion or not to be champion. They don't sit back there and say, "We promise you, you're going to be." You don't sign that contract and it says 3 title reigns, this and this and this. No, it says you do what we tell you to do.
Exactly.
It's
It's
that's like if
WWE's problem.
you
WWE's
work at-
problem of sticking with people that they already have and letting
Of
the
course,
same
it's
That
not
is
megastars.
far
You're gonna
from-
have your,
again.
Charlotte
You're gonna
Flair
have your
and them
select
putting
few.
giving Charlotte Flair opportunities and them giving anybody opportunities is far from WWE's worst problem. Far from their worst problem.
It's pretty worse when there's people wanting to drop out of contracts now. especially
Good.
when
They've got
AEW's
way
coming
too
up.
many people anyway.
They do, and that's the problem. It's WWE's
That's exactly
fault.
the problem
what
is
you were
not-
saying. Is exactly what you just said. That's why they have too many fucking people. For the same reason
Yep.
you just explained to us. That's the fucking reason. And you're sitting here saying that when that's the reason why we have so much superstars on WWE. The roster's huge. There's lists of them. People are so inactive, and they're still reusing the people 10 years fucking ago. No one gives a shit about people who 10 years ago still wrestling, getting opportunities. We want to see new people, alright? We don't want the fucking same people years on years on years. They're using Roman.
You know you
for
can't
already,
wait.
what,
You know you
5+
can't wait for
years?
Goldberg
they
versus
use Brock Lesnar,
Undertaker.
which is fucking pointless
Who
fucking
wants to
bullshit
see
anyway.
fucking Goldberg versus Undertaker?
You
Who
know
wants
you
to
can't
see
wait for that.
Undertaker?
It's gonna be like at least 2 minutes
I was
long.
so happy Undertaker wasn't in fucking WrestleMania. So fucking happy because they fit other person in there. They fit somebody else in there. They don't need to put. Okay, yeah, I understand they will have Goldberg and Undertaker.
The
fight
problem with
at
what you're
fucking Saudi
saying
Arabia
there,
because
and
that's what they wanna
it doesn't
see.
it doesn't
And that's what
apply
they're
to Charlotte.
familiar with.
What you're saying doesn't apply to Charlotte because Charlotte is in her prime. The one thing I'm trying to say to you is I don't see any other women wrestlers out there doing moonsaults off the top rope to the outside.
You don't see it
I don't
because
see-
how often do you see these other women perform or
all the
do
time.
things
You see,
like
you're making it act like they never have other women wrestle. They do.
They
it's
have
just and they give them time to shine.
Every 3 weeks. Every 3 weeks.
Yeah.
But
I'm
why?
just saying.
What I don't understand is
they
why?
reuse the Riot Squad every fucking week. Let's remember that. They reuse the Riot Squad. That's 3 members every fucking week. And the other team there that Pager's on, they reuse them every fucking week. And they gave like nobody else a shot other than the main people like Sasha Banks and Bayley. And where was everybody else? They reuse the same fucking team.
My problem is you're taking
it.
it out on Charlotte.
I'm not taking it on Charlotte. I'm just.
I'm sick and tired of this bitch Charlotte. That's what you said.
I am tired of her. I'm tired of seeing her. They need to bring.
No, you should have said I'm sick of WWE.
They're giving a push to Lacey Evans for a
yeah,
shot
but
at a title.
I already made it clear enough that I'm tired of WWE. I made it clear already.
Everybody's tired of WWE.
Yeah, I understand they're bringing Lacey Evans in, but is she gonna actually win? Will she actually win tomorrow or not? If she don't win tomorrow, when is she gonna?
Why does it matter
Lacey Evans
so
isn't gonna
much?
win. Charlotte's gonna win because
if Lacey Evans wins or not.
Lacey Evans is gonna do something.
New, you know.
But we were just crying, bitching, and being emotional over Becky Lynch deserving to win.
Yeah,
that was
but
like
this is double
a
titles.
month ago.
She can lose one and still have another one. Okay, Becky 2 belts lasted for what? How many months? Good. Who cares? That happened. Good for her. It happened. Yeah, everybody liked it. I liked it. We liked it. But does it need to go on until like next pay-per-view or the next one or the next one?
My view goes back to what I said about Finn Balor. If Becky drops one of the titles and not the other, it doesn't make that title feel with prestige. I think she needs to lose both or neither.
I don't think losing a belt of the same level is quite as bad. Especially if there's
bad. Okay, it's not as bad.
Also, you add in the factor that it's back-to-back defenses, and if it's on the second defense,
she's exhausted. Okay,
if it's on the second defense, then it definitely matters. And here's what I'm saying: she fights Lacey Evans second.
Retains the first one.
She fights Lacey Evans second, but she has that fucking banger with Charlotte Flair, and it goes on and on and on, and it's exhausting. And basically, all Lacey has to do is pick up the pieces. And but Becky fights and fights, and I mean it's almost painful to watch. You're like, she's trying so hard, but like something's like injured, and they just keep exploiting it, and you're like, oh, and you just know it's gonna happen, and it does, and it's like, oh, but you still got that feeling of adrenaline because you got to see her fight back, and so.
And you're saying Lacey Evans wins.
I don't want to, because I don't like Lacey Evans, but here's my reasoning behind that. I feel like WWE is doing the same thing that they did with Baron Corbin and with a lot of other people that people have a kind of a natural distaste for. Like, people automatically just don't like this person just based on an overwhelming general response. Like, you can tell, like, nobody really likes Lacey Evans. Like, the whole coming out and doing the little turn and her move, the women's right, that is WWE is a male-dominated by mostly people who are a little bit sexist in most regards, because it's kind of a sexist industry. And I'm not saying that any of us are, or that anybody listening are, but I can think of a lot of wrestling fans who fit that description of, having this, women cook and clean and do this type of thing attitude. So, her having this move called the women's right and all this stuff, I think it definitely plays into this thing where WWE makes this heel that people hate, and it's only to get somebody that they're trying to push over. They're creating this hate for I just lost her name. Lacey Evans. I'm creating all this hate or manufacturing hate for Lacey Evans just so that they can push whatever female that they decide to push that they don't think is going to have enough. They're Roman Reignsing somebody. This is the pre-stages of Roman Reignsing somebody. So they're fixing to Roman Reigns some woman to get over. Maybe Ember Moon, or maybe somebody who's been a little bit underwhelming as far as character work and, you know, having a really in-depth character. And they're going to use this really negative general feeling towards this one person to get over whoever that they're wanting to get over. So I think Lacey Evans is going to win just so that they can get over the next babyface on Raw or SmackDown, whichever one that title's on.
Sounds good to me, boss.
What's your prediction, Soul? For both of those matches. Mine is Becky versus Charlotte, Becky wins. Lacey versus Becky, Lacey wins.
If I have to, I would actually say that she retains both.
Becky retains both. I would be happy with that.
She either retains both, or it's flip flop from your general.
Yeah, but gun to your head, you got to pick one.
It would be Charlotte that beats her, not Lacey Evans.
Okay, but you have to pick one. She retains or she loses.
She retains.
Okay. Ben?
Oh, for the prediction, yeah, she retains.
Yeah, I think that. So the first match, whatever match is like, you know, of course, it's gonna be first. I think Becky is gonna defeat Lacey Evans, and then she's gonna defeat Charlotte. I'm saying she's gonna retain both.
Charlotte.
Becky retains both, and Street, you said you the same thing as me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, let me go back real quick.
No, you can't go back real quick.
The WWE was. I think Lacey Evans has a good shot at winning the title because they're dumb enough to give the tag titles to Iconics. They'll give this to Lacey.
I think they gave the tag titles to the Iconics for the exact same reason. A lot of people don't like them, but the people that do like them for the reason that we like Baron Corbin, because they're annoying, but they're just great at it. But Lacey Evans isn't annoying but great at it. She's just an annoying, if that's a character, I'm sure she's a completely different person. But the character,
anyways. You don't have to.
I think the character isn't as genuinely annoying as the Iconics character is. Her character is more of an uppity, I'm better than you, with the women's feminism type thing behind it.
I know. I don't mind Lacey Evans.
I don't like her.
She's a character.
Yeah, at least she's something. But I think it's.
She's not just a fucking Ember Moon. That's like calling yourself Full Moon or Half Crescent.
She was probably just like it. It sounds. It's probably her D&D character's name, asshole.
Yeah, come on.
She's a big D&D fan.
A big what?
Yeah.
D&D fan.
What the fuck is D&D?
Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But that's why
I'm sorry, I'm not one of those fucking nerds that play Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh no, you just play Pokemon.
That's what I don't like about her is that she has no
character. Collect them.
Get it right. Yeah, get it right.
I see why you don't like her. So speaking of Ember Moon, Money in the Bank women's ladder match. Bayley, Carmella.
Many names, she just hasn't made hers yet or whatever.
Bayley, Carmella, Dana Brooke, Ember Moon, Mandy Rose, Naomi, Natalya, and Nikki Cross.
Yeah,
what's your picks,
Alexa
gentlemen?
Bliss was supposed to be in this match, and Nikki
We
Cross
know. Okay, let me go back over the list because Ben just went through all that, so I'm pretty sure you guys don't remember. Bayley, Carmella, Dana Brooke, Ember Moon, Mandy Rose, Naomi, Natalya, Nikki Cross. What's your pick, Street?
Fuck, man. Okay. So, I'm gonna go with...
I already know who I'm going with.
I'm gonna say Carmella, but I don't think so.
Then why would you say it?
Because they already gave her a push last time.
Alright, then don't say it. Then say who you say
but
what you
like,
mean to
you
say.
never know. They
say what you
could do
mean
that.
to say.
Say a name.
Okay,
Say a
Say
name.
what you mean to
See,
say.
look. If they do Carmella, they can't do Baron Corbin. So that's
Why not? Why not?
But like, because they'd be the same thing. Baron Corbin and Carmella already won
just like,
on the same Money in the Bank.
So what? They can do what they want.
Oh, you think you're gonna fucking do it again?
Vince McMahon's a genius. He'll do what he wants.
Oh yeah. That's why I forgot SmackDown goes on SmackDown.
They'll be like, we're gonna do it, but we're gonna do it right this time.
Maybe he's going senile and he thinks he's writing last year's
he went
Maybe.
I got a great idea. We're gonna have Carmella and Baron Corbin win it for the first time ever. And everyone's just like, okay, Vince, yeah. Sounds good.
Everybody goes with it.
Oh, what year is it? Is it like 2018?
Alright, I'm gonna go for Mandy Rose here.
Mandy Rose, okay. Ben, who you got?
Nikki Cross. I'm going for Nikki Cross to win.
What a joke.
So,
Oh, really?
asshole.
Come on.
Come on.
What a waste of
You
a
gotta be like
prediction.
that.
why do you think it
Okay.
won't be Nikki Cross though?
What a botch
Yeah, Sol.
of a prediction.
Whoa.
Because have you ever watched the WWE one time in your life?
Yeah.
What
Okay.
possibility is there of come on?
Wait,
Nikki
what are you
Cross.
freaking talking about? Come on,
I
Soul
love
Sled.
Nikki Cross to death. She could easily be my favorite top 2 in the WWE as far as women goes if she was on television more. But be realistic. You really think Nikki Cross is gonna win the Money in the Bank? What is it? The third women's Money in the Bank of all time?
The only thing that gives me pause on that is the lead up, her taking Alexa Bliss's spot, and them kind of doing that little thing. You know, maybe that's their
best friend.
Not best friend thing. Where they're gonna
I don't see it,
give
man.
her
They
a
only
character
have her
change
Like, it's Pogan
and try to make her into like a baby
television,
face.
Like one
Because otherwise they
time
have been
before
leading
Money
this
in the
up to-
Bank. Like,
Exactly. So nobody
they
on
have
Raw or
been leading this
SmackDown
up
really
for the start.
really has a full idea, and they can just kind of do whatever they want with a clean slate with her. But she's not my
Listen, if
pick.
you guys are right, and it's,
She's not my pick.
Nikki, I know.
Okay.
You haven't went yet.
Okay. As much as I want her to be
We're
able to
still on
win.
Ben's pick. We're still on Ben's
Well,
pick.
Ben picked Nikki
So-
Cross, so that's done. So your
Yeah,
pick.
I said
So
Nikki Cross.
I was a little harsh to Ben, but if Ben is correct and Nikki Cross does win it, I'll be fucking ecstatic. I would
absolutely,
love Nikki Cross to win it.
I won't be upset at that at all.
I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with her winning it, but I just know how the WWE is, and I just don't see it.
If it's clearly what you want, WWE's not going to do it.
For this match, honestly, I don't give two shits at all who wins. It doesn't mean anything to me. I don't care. Most likely what's gonna happen, what I think's gonna happen is Becky Lynch is gonna retain both titles. The winner's gonna try to cash in on her because she's gonna be light years beyond exhausted and at her very lowest point. They're gonna try to cash in on her, and she's still gonna come out on top. She's gonna defeat 3 women at Money in the Bank.
Okay.
I think they're gonna totally botch it, and they're gonna give Becky Lynch like the biggest three victories at Money in the Bank. That's what I see happening. So to me, it doesn't matter. But if
he's
for the
on to
sake of
something.
picking, for the sake of picking, I say Mandy Rose, and I think Mandy Rose fits
That would make
that
Becky
criteria
Lynch.
to be able to cash in and lose.
That would keep Becky
And it not
Lynch
be a big deal.
fucking. That would keep Becky Lynch fucking
That'll make
on
Becky
top
Lynch
of the
hot.
world.
Who's
Like,
on roll.
Becky Lynch fucking? Oh, we know who Becky Lynch is fucking.
And Mandy Rose is the perfect
she's,
heel
doing it stuff wrong
to take the bump, to take the loss.
or Natty.
It's a perfect fit.
Natty.
Natty's not a heel. Natty's a fucking idiot.
Exactly. She's a stooge.
She's not a heel.
Natty's a stooge. She's a jobber. She's the perfect person for that.
But Mandy has that bitchy, cocky attitude of, oh yeah, I'm about to go in here and cash in and win this title.
All right, I can just as easily see Natty trying. But I don't. Or do they? That's not ruining. Yeah, that wouldn't ruin this Money in the Bank. I think some people would be mad. Like some women might get mad. You think there might be some blowback from the women who are like, she should have won. This is bad for women. You ruined the women's Money in the Bank because women didn't.
What's gonna happen eventually.
But yeah, I think I really like your idea, Saul. But I'm going with my gut here, or I'm actually going with my heart here, which I shouldn't, because I'm going with what I want to happen, and it's even above Nikki Cross, which is rare, because Nikki Cross is my favorite female wrestler. But I don't think the timing is right, and I think there's somebody who deserves it more right now. And it's out of left field. It's definitely an underdog pick, but I'm picking Dana Brooke, y'all. I recently read a story.
Yeah, you see what happened last time we picked Dana Brooke.
I don't care. I'm doing it again.
And you lost.
I recently saw a thing on, it was a news article or whatever about Dana Brooke and what she's been doing, like, in her off time. In her off time, on her own, without anybody telling her to, just doing this on her own. She's going to the performance center. She's training extra. She's going in and working on her stuff.
She's training for a job without being told to. Oh,
hold on.
Wow.
I'm not done. Shit, bro. She's also showing up early to all the shows and help setting up the ring, like the rookies used to do, like the rookies do for NXT. She's showing up and helping the ring crew set up and put everything together. She's showing up early. She's showing initiative, and she's really trying. She's a
soccer mom. She wants to get out of the house. What does that prove?
Fine, make fun of her all you want, but I'm saying that she fucking deserves it, especially after all the trashing and everything that she's been through. I mean, a lot of people are like, I mean, I know I am, but I heard people like cheering for her when, you know, she came out, you know, a few times during match or whatever. Like, she's getting a response, and I think if she won it, I think a lot of people would start to get really excited, and I think she's pretty talented, and I think she's very underrated. And I mean, it's just my pick. I mean, but you're doing what Street did to Charlotte.
Charlotte.
How?
She's just a soccer mom. She's just trying to get...
a joke.
I know. I'm fucking with you.
And you're going to say I'm doing what Street did. No. I like Dana Brooke. She was my pick for the Rumble match.
I think she deserves it.
I like Dana Brooke. I think she deserves a push. She deserves more screen time, but I don't.
This is probably a little bit too much of a pick from the heart, but I think Dana Brooke
she gets some Money in the Bank briefcase right now. I don't see it. I see that less than I see the Nikki Cross.
Yeah, she don't see it.
And if she did, who's she gonna cash in on if Becky Lynch defends both titles? Is she gonna turn heel?
No. Look, I just put everything in place for you. Think about everything I just said about Lacey Evans. They're creating a big heel that everybody hates so that they can push somebody who might have a little bit of an underwhelming response or appeal, but that they can create this person that everybody hates so that once they go up against them, everybody's like, oh, well, yeah, please kick this person's ass for us. We like you now. They're trying to Roman Reigns it, but I like...
If best case scenario, Dana Brooke wins the briefcase, she cashes it in and fails.
Somebody said Dana Brooke is god-awful. The only reason Dana Brooke is quote-unquote god-awful is because of the position she's been put in. I'm sure that, you know, she didn't want to dress like a goofy-ass secretary and be the numbers girl. You know, I'm sure that she wanted to be more than that or have more development than that. So, you know, give her some slack. You know, she's been here for a while and she's never really gotten an opportunity. So, you know, I'd like to see
Well,
Alicia
like
Fox get an opportunity. Alicia Fox cracks me up, bro. I think it would be interesting and funny to see an Alicia Fox title reign. Alicia Fox could beat Lacey Evans.
No. I don't see them dropping the ball.
I get. You don't see.
I can understand.
I get you. I get it. I really like your idea, and if it happens, I'm super for it. Becky Lynch defending her title. I get it. But to your same argument, how often does WWE do what they clearly need to do? You said it earlier. For the same reason that you don't think. For the same reason you don't think that you're gonna get Nikki Cross winning the women's Money in the Bank ladder match, I don't think you'll get Becky Lynch defending it 3 times because it's too good. It's too good of a storyline for WWE to think of. For the same reason that we won't get the whole thing with Sami Zayn turning on Kevin Owens after he wins the Money in the Bank because Kevin Owens didn't watch it. It's because it's too good. Whenever something is perfectly set up for WWE to hone in on and really do something and really nail it on the head, they fuck it up. The only time they've gotten it right in the past 5 years was when Kofi won and when Becky won. That's the only time.
With today's age, with social media and with the way the youth thinks today and rapid changing, the world is rapidly changing. People are not loyal fans like they were back in the day. They bandwagon.
They're gonna be backstage at the last minute, and Vince McMahon's gonna get a wild hair up his ass and be like, you know what we need? We need to have the kids watch. The kids need to watch the show more often. So we're gonna have Bayley win it. Bayley's gonna win and she's gonna beat Becky Lynch. She's gonna cash in, and then 4 horsewomen. We're gonna have the kids watching.
I literally completely forgot that Bayley was in this. I was like, nah.
Becky Lynch is arguably the hottest superstar in the company right now.
Hey, I mean, we know she's your crush, but you ain't got to call her hot, bro. You're demeaning her as a woman.
I'm just saying,
she's
if you
beautiful,
drop the ball on that now, the fans
but you don't call women
come
hot
back later. They're not.
Okay.
They're not gonna care later. If you end this streak now and try to pick it back up again later, they're not gonna care. They're gonna be interested in whoever else is.
I 100% agree with you, Soul, but I'm not changing my pick because I want Dana Brooke to win.
Dana Brooke's not going to win.
Okay, but I 100% agree with you as well. I agree with everything you said. I think that they should do
Mandy Rose
exactly what you said.
Still my pick.
Well, she's not going to win. I'm just saying.
Can we move on now?
Yep, men's Money in the Bank. Andrade, Ali, we know who's in the men's Money. We didn't cover everybody's picks. We didn't. Ben's picks Drew McIntyre, so now we have. Moving on.
No. Okay. Well, I'm going for.
He wants to explain why Drew McIntyre. No, you have to pick one.
Yo, if Drew. So this is how you know. Well, it's all going to go down, right? So
This is gonna be fun.
How can I freaking say this in words?
No one Scottish is winning a briefcase.
Shut the fuck up.
Tomorrow.
I'm trying to fucking talk right now.
No one Scottish is gonna win.
Fucking God.
Go. Oh shit. Here we go. Tell him, Ben. Tell him, Ben.
Damn, man.
Let me explain what it was.
You've been watching too many Hitler videos, man.
I could perceive, a potential, teaming up from Drew McIntyre, Baron Corbin, and then, it's the final two. Baron Corbin, Drew McIntyre, and Baron Corbin tries to get the Money in the Bank briefcase. Drew McIntyre, he punches him off, knocks him off the ladder, and then Drew McIntyre finally gets his moment, what should have actually been at WrestleMania.
That sounds really anticlimactic. That doesn't sound very fun. Baron Corbin, he punches Baron Corbin off a ladder and wins.
That sounds like a complete shit show.
That sounds like an episode of HRW.
Oh,
Really?
one heel does
Really?
that to another heel.
Okay,
Who cares?
listen.
It's stupid.
This is Drew McIntyre's time to get, just so I'd be back in the main event fucking picture. Okay, let me see this. Baron Corbin winning? That is like a complete fucking joke. He's never gonna win that Universal title. Actually, whoa, hang on.
Baron
You know what?
Corbin's gonna win it.
I'm so glad.
I'm gonna change my mind about this.
I'm so
This
glad
right here is
I'm so
why
glad
Baron
Ben
Corbin
found his new
should
Brock
win it.
Lesnar. I'm so glad he found his new Brock
You're starting to
Lesnar.
piss me off right now, so shush.
I know, right?
But
You found a new Brock
It's not
Lesnar.
even
only
me
way-
talking now.
the only way if Baron Corbin
That is
wins,
all up in here.
the problem is
He's
right.
wildin'.
I know where it's
Baron
gonna
Corbin's
go.
gonna win.
Baron
Because
Corbin's
if
gonna win.
Baron
Corbin's
Corbin,
gonna win.
Baron Corbin's
straight,
gonna win.
shut the fuck up, please.
Baron Corbin.
Shut the fuck up,
Baron
straight.
Corbin's
Straight.
gonna win.
Shut
Baron
the
Corbin's
fuck
gonna
up.
win.
I'm trying to get to the
Baron
point.
Corbin is
You know what? I
gonna
hope
win.
Baron
I'm
Corbin
gonna try
does
and get to
win,
the
and I hope he
fucking point
cashes
here,
in
you
on
son of a
Seth
bitch.
Rollins.
All right, let Ben finish. Let Ben
Yo,
finish.
I'm trying to
Already
like
looked at the
say
point.
this.
I want to hear this.
So
Let Ben finish.
imagine if Baron Corbin wins, then
And then?
he cashes in
And
on
then?
Seth Rollins,
And then
after the whole cash in happens,
then
at Saudi Arabia,
And then
it's going to be
And
Baron
then-
Corbin
and
versus
then-
Brock Lesnar, and Baron Corbin gets taken to Suplex City, and then Brock Lesnar wins the belt. We're all fucking
Oh,
happy.
he really?
what?
He loves
You're
that
happy
Brock
because
Lesnar
Brock
wins,
Lesnar
man.
wins the belt?
Wait, we just got Ben both to promote
I
Baron
hope-
Corbin winning the ladder match.
We
and
just got Ben
to promote
Boozled.
Brock Lesnar being Universal Champion at the same time.
We
You
just
got
got Ben
bamboozled
Boozled.
as fuck.
You wanna know why?
We got Ben
you wanna,
Boozled.
You
We
wanna
got
know?
Ben Boozled.
You
Ben
wanna
is-
freaking
Ben
why,
is
right?
a bot.
Because
Ben is
I
a
think
bot.
WWE
Ben
they have finally has now seen where Corbin's going from. Because the first time Corbin he cashed in, that was just shit anyway. Like no one even actually has any time shit for fucking Baron Corbin anymore. And yeah,
Look, we've explained to you a million times why Baron Corbin is the shit. And you still don't get it. Why do you still not get it? Baron Corbin is the best heel in WWE right now.
Baron Corbin's not going to win. I'm just saying.
Because of how much you hate Baron Corbin, he is proof that Baron Corbin is the best heel, and he replaced Brock Lesnar for you.
No, I'm not.
He is your new
No,
Brock
I'm not.
Lesnar. He's all you every time. If we say Baron Corbin,
Bro,
you
can I
go
say something?
off.
Bro, can I actually
When I
just
say
say
Baron,
something?
when I said early, we can rewind this stream.
It's
When I
what
said
I
Baron
fucking
Corbin
mean. I'm trying
beat
to
Ricochet, what did you do? This was
Well,
fucking
I'm so
awful.
pissed.
Ricochet should
Can
not
I
have
say
won.
something? Can I say something? Right?
What?
That WWE and the past experience, what they have, actually done.
I don't
with
actually know him. I've never
Baron
met him.
Corbin's cash in. Yo, they have screwed up Baron Corbin's cash in. Remember? So Baron Corbin beat up John Cena and also Jinder Mahal. Tried to go cash in on Jinder Mahal. What happened? John Cena interfered. Of course, actually distracted Baron Corbin, and then lost the Money in the Bank briefcase.
We know them.
This is what I mean, right?
Yeah,
it's gonna
we know
happen
that,
again.
man.
You act like
Why
this is
you?
a
I
real
think it's Drew
thing.
McIntyre's time.
He
fucking
plays
Drew
too much into
McIntyre's
the
time.
kayfabe. Like he really believes
No,
everything
I'm
that's
sorry,
happening
but it's Drew
happens
McIntyre's
because
time.
to
To finally
real,
get
not
some gold
scripted.
around his waist.
Ben is
Okay,
one of those
prove it.
guys that don't want to believe that
This
wrestling
is exactly
scripted,
what I mean, right?
But
It's
You guys
Baron
always
Corbin's time.
fucking think about the fucking money. It's not about the fucking money, for fuck's
What?
sake.
Where did the money come
You
into
have to
this?
get to the fucking
What
point.
does this have to do with money?
Oh my god!
What?
Stop.
These guys are watching too
Right.
much,
Like,
too much Hitler.
Well, show me your fucking ass. Right up
You're
with
giving him
Baron
too much
Corbin's
stress.
ass.
You're
and
you're
just
really
think
working
of,
him up. He
like,
doesn't even know what he's
What would
talking
the
about.
WWE Universe want? What would everybody in the world want to fucking see? Potential Mustafa Ali.
I can't live
Yo,
like this anymore.
Straight, shut the absolute fuck up, you son of a bitch. Okay, shut the fuck up. I'm trying to fucking say something that of course it does fucking make sense. Fuck's sake, Street, you're starting
Baron
to piss
Corbin,
me off.
man. Baron Corbin.
Benjamin Corbin over here trying to take control of
Junior
everything.
Corbin. This is how he runs his show, guys. Just remember
if Baron Corbin,
this is how
that's how we get treated behind the scenes, guys.
You know, well,
this is what Ben does behind the scenes. He watches killer videos and then he curses at us.
This is exactly what I fucking mean. I'm going to just bitch slap both each and every one of you.
See, look, this is how they treat. This is how he treats his superstars. On HRW.
Okay.
Baron Corbin is probably the most hated person in the WWE right now.
True. But
that means he's the best heel in the WWE.
Well,
by definition.
Like, very predictions right now. Well,
by everybody hating him that much.
McIntyre or Finn Balor. Because
I'm saying Sami Zayn, but still.
Okay.
It's not gonna be McIntyre. I don't know why people still think that it's his time. It's not.
You know Baron Corbin is doing a good job.
He's the Scottish Roman Reigns. He comes out and says the same shit every week.
You know Baron.
What character development does he have that entitles him to be a champion?
Okay,
you know Baron Corbin's doing a good job when he comes out and smirks every time somebody boos.
Okay,
yeah.
When people boo at him. And he come out and he's smirking at that boo, you know he's doing good. He's inside, he's saying, "Yep, I'm doing my job."
Can I say something?
That's why he smirks every time.
If Baron Corbin, wins the title, you know who they're automatically gonna get the title straight back to. That's Lesnar. We all fucking know it now.
Here's the thing.
Lesnar or whoever's the next in line for when Lesnar's not there.
Lesnar's supposed to face Seth Rollins at
Ben doesn't want to admit that he went over. Baron Corbin went over on Ben, and Ben doesn't want to admit it. That's all the fans that boo Baron Corbin. That means Baron Corbin went over on the fans of being a heel.
Straight.
And he does not want to admit that. Alright?
Straight.
By you not wanting to admit that and just going along, you're just putting him more over. That's all you're doing. You're just putting him more over. That's all you're doing, Ben. The more you talk shit about him and say how like he's this and that, you're just putting him more over, because that's his job.
I'm done with this conversation. Street,
his job is to get your reaction, Ben.
Street,
his job is to get your reaction, and you're doing it.
Can we please just move on?
Ben, I have a question here.
You don't realize it, Ben.
Benjamin, I'm reading our live chat here, and I need to know: is this true? Would you like to make love to Baron Corbin?
No.
Is this true? What I'm reading?
Fucking God. You know, I will just like leave this party chat. I will fucking
go ahead, Ben, because we're gonna be talking about Baron Corbin.
Don't care. Baron Corbin just sucks anyway.
Can you point on your body to where Baron Corbin touched you, please? Can you do that?
No.
One time for the record.
No. Okay.
Ben, show us on the wrestling doll where he touched you.
Right on, sheep.
You won't point where he touched you?
I think I might have to fucking change my mind here. Freaking Andrade is gonna win.
Oh, Andrade is gonna
win. Andrade is gonna win, okay? So shut up. Fucking hell. Just move on. God.
What is there to move on to?
Okay.
All we have left to talk about is Baron Corbin.
I want to hear your guys' pick, not mine. Oh.
My pick's Sami Zayn.
My pick's Sami Zayn. We discussed this earlier.
Straight, who the fuck your pick?
The best storyline that they could do would be Sami Zayn.
Okay, why is Street just being so silent right now?
Sami Zayn tricks Kevin Owens into not watching the Money in the Bank match. Sami Zayn helps Kevin Owens beat Kofi Kingston.
I believe you had asked.
I'm just recapping
I believe you had asked. You kindly asked Street to shut the fuck up. I believe maybe that's why he's quiet. But you didn't answer my question, Ben.
I'm not answering your question because it's stupid. The question you asked me is very stupid.
Are you refusing to point to your body to where Baron Corbin? Are you refusing?
He's probably gonna cry.
That fucking doesn't. You're such a fucking. No.
Ben is gonna go
You're
insane.
not refusing to? So you will.
Oh, shut the fuck up. piss me off. Yo, I've already fucking broke one fucking Rubik's Cube today.
Ben, did he
How many
touch you?
Rubik's Cubes do you have?
Did he touch
There's
you in?
no need to have more than one Rubik's
fucking
Cube in a
broke it.
household.
This is DWP, boys. This
Did he
is
touch you in the
DWP
bad
at its
place?
Shut up! Oh, shit. Okay, can we just get on to the rumors?
Did you tell him no, or keep going?
Shut up!
This guy's got
Sheep.
like just
Sheep! Can we
stacks of
move on to
Rubik's
the fucking
Cubes
rumors, please?
lined
They're all
up
pissing me off
because he
now.
knows he's never gonna be able to accomplish solving one, so he just throws them out the window all the time.
Okay.
Oh my god.
So now that we've
Wrong.
really enjoyed ourselves, we'll move on to the
Straight
news
fuck you.
and the rumors section, and AEW probably figures prominently in that, considering that now the pay-per-view is not free. Is that what you were saying earlier, Street?
Yeah, I don't think it's free.
Well, it's about $60 anyway.
$60?
Yeah.
No, that's for you because
Yeah,
you're in
$60.
Australia and nobody
yeah, they're paying
cares.
for $60 now.
It's $50 United States.
Are you
money.
shitting me? $50?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what they said.
Yep.
What is?
They said it's gonna be on standard pay-per-view and it's gonna be on BR Live as well.
What
as
is?
Bleacher Report Live, because Bleacher Report
All in.
is owned by Turner. And apparently it's not. I'm still kind of confused because some of the websites I read saying that it's gonna be on for the social medias, and then some say it's gonna be on pay-per-view and on BR, and some are saying that there's like a special fucking thing before the pay-per-view or something. I don't know. It's kind of confusing. There's
Yeah,
no
it's gonna be
solid
like the
thing
buy-in.
yet.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the buy-in.
they're saying there's buy-ins, which like, I don't understand it. I don't quite understand it. So the only way to find out if it's gonna be free or not is just
It's
wait
just
and
like,
see.
you know, going to YouTube.
my
yeah.
issue though is I'm not gonna be able to watch it on that day, and I'm hoping you can like watch it afterwards. Like if we're allowed to watch it afterwards, then I'd get it to watch it after. I mean,
Yeah, I think
I'm sorry. I wouldn't pay $50. I wouldn't pay $50 for a WWE pay-per-view. I wouldn't pay $50. I wouldn't pay $50 to see any one thing that I'm only gonna see one time, and then that's it.
No, but
like,
look, I can understand
Well,
why.
I want to like a double match.
Because
They'd be lucky to
listen,
press
listen,
$15 out of me for
no,
a
no, no.
pay-per-view.
Listen. I can understand why if they do.
They're
have
losing
it paid,
so much
I can
money.
understand why because because they just got into this deal with TNT, and you know TNT wants to have.
They're sending the wrong message.
If they want to have their first pay-per-view exclusive, then they're gonna have to.
Then
do
they
it.
have to
It's
keep
not
it out of the
AEW.
hands of millions of people who are not going to get to watch it because it's now on
Listen,
pay-per-view.
Hey,
That's not AEW's choice though. That's TNT choice.
So they're already
basically
being
the one-
ruined by the corporation they signed a deal with, is what you're saying.
Shit happens when you sign deals with fucking TV, fucking corporation. Shit's gonna happen. You already know that when you get into a TV.
I'm saying
deal.
this is the worst
They
decision that they
obviously
could have
want
made.
exclusives.
And then, but here's what I want to know. Did they put it out? Hold on. What I want to know is, did they put it out first that it was going to be free, and then they switched it up
Yeah,
and
they
said that
did.
it's.
Yes.
Oh
Yes,
fuck!
yes,
AEW is fucked. I hope that
Well,
I
here's the
really
thing.
wish them the best,
It's
but
not
they're
clear still.
already fucking up.
It's not clear still.
This
It's
is
not
the
clear
worst
still.
decision they could make.
Because there's
Listen to me,
buy-ins,
until I'm
apparently.
proven otherwise, AEW is a bunch of boys with a childhood dream. And a bunch of money.
You are
He's
just
on the
like,
he's on the
It's
money.
a bunch of boys with a childhood dream and a paycheck. That's
He's
what
on
it
the money.
is.
He's on the money.
Oh yeah,
They're,
just like Brock
hey
Lesnar.
guys, let's get together and let's do this. I'm not trying to bash it, and I'm not trying to undermine it, but that's what it is. It's a bunch of indie guys with a dream. It's a bunch of childhood boys with a dream and a paycheck.
Talk for Glory.
obviously,
Talk for Glory says that it's always been pay-per-view.
Every corporation starts off as a dream. Every corporation starts off with a dream. Facebook started off with a dream by Mark Zuckerberg. Google started off with a dream. Microsoft started off with a dream. Everything started off with a fucking dream.
Calm down. Mr.
You're trying to say
gonna be the future.
You're not making a point.
He was just making a metaphor, and you're taking it to the extreme. All he was saying, all he was doing was making a comparison, and you're just taking it. You're taking it to the exact literal.
McMahon had a fucking dream. Shit.
But what I'm saying is the way that people are hyping up the AEW as it's already 30-year established wrestling promotion. It's just something that a bunch of guys in a paycheck threw together and just created. And
you said you watched that interview with Chris Jericho, right? You said you watched that interview.
Yeah, exactly. He basically said the same thing.
Say? Exactly. He said that AEW is not an established company.
You're assuming that what I'm saying, I'm trying to disrespect them, and I'm not.
No, I'm not saying you disrespect
You're acting offended.
I'm trying to prove a point that what you're trying to say doesn't really prove a point that what you're trying to say.
Okay, hold on. Let me clarify something real quick for Talk for Glory. He said no, it's always said pay-per-view, bro. What you talking about? Well, let's see. Let me get back up to it.
I have to go.
I just want to. All right, bro.
Words.
Shit, I just had it.
Oh yeah, also
hold on, Ben. I'm gonna say what I was gonna say. I've just got to pull it back up.
Ben.
RingsideNews.com reported and has a quote from AEW that said the Wrap reports that All Elite's Wrestling Double or Nothing event won't just be on one streaming service because they plan to go all out with the free streaming. At this time, it appears that the event will be available via YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter at no cost to the fans. Here's the quote from AEW. AEW's next big event is May 25th, Double or Nothing in Las Vegas. Currently, that show is set to stream on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook, and will be available as a pay-per-view purchase in the UK via ITV box office. It didn't say that it was... I get it. I'm just saying that...
Article. How old is that article and how old is that quote?
This article... I don't know. You posted it just the other day. So, May 9th. May 9th. So, it is exactly 10 days old.
It's kind of old because... Yeah, it's old because...
But what I'm saying is that they... What I'm saying is that at one point, they did say... And he said that they never said that it was free. I'm saying that at one point, 10 days ago, they said that it would be free. So, I'm saying it is a terrible decision to say it's going to be free and then backtrack on that statement and then tell everybody they got to pay $50 fucking dollars.
Okay, look.
And this is a stupid decision.
No. They just recently posted 10 hours ago on their website how to watch Double or Nothing, and then it shows right here, it says free as well. They just posted this 10 hours ago. This wasn't on here last time when I seen it. I'll post it in Discord.
So it's the AEW...
This was not on here last time. So it is going to be free as well. Because, look, this is why I was confused. Because earlier, maybe like 3 days ago, on AEW's YouTube, they came out with a YouTube video. Cody Rhodes explaining how to watch it. And they never mentioned watching it for free. They just mentioned pay-per-view. You can buy it on pay-per-view. And I was like, oh, so they're not free anymore because Cody Rhodes put out this video. So obviously it's legit, you know, fucking that's set in there and done. But now on their website 10 hours ago, they posted how to watch it. And it shows that you can watch it on YouTube or on their website.
But hold on.
Oh,
No. You're only going to be able to watch the buy-in on YouTube, Facebook, and so
see, that's why I got confused because they were saying there's, you know, Double or Nothing is gonna be paid, but they're gonna have another show or something like that that's gonna be free, or it was gonna be Double or Nothing is gonna be the same thing but have extra shit to it. That's why I was so confused about it.
So maybe it's just in their language. They've miscommunicated. They meant to say this whole time, and it was just part of it that was going to be. But what they led me to believe was that I would be able to watch the entire thing for free, and
exactly. That's why I got confused.
That's the feeling
as well.
that I got. And even if that's not the case, even if it was always going to be 50, I think having a pay-per-view model in today's age is a terrible, terrible decision. You can make $1 billion more dollars, not a bit, but millions more dollars with a subscription service. Yeah, I have a website. I'm gonna pirate it too. I'm gonna pirate it if I watch it.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
It's shitty to admit, and I hate to do it, but I work for a living, and times is tough, baby. I can't afford $50 for a few hours of something that I'm not even sure if I'm gonna like.
Profits have to come from somewhere, especially if you're with a TV deal.
Profits come from people watching.
Exactly.
You can make more. Listen. They will make more. They will make more money off of ad revenue on YouTube and Facebook Live than they will off of pay-per-view sales. I promise you.
That's not AEW's fault, though. That's the TV provider.
I'm not.
What TV provider?
I'm not saying it's anybody's fault. I'm not saying it's. I'm not saying it's AEW's fault. I'm not saying it's TNT's fault. I'm saying it's a stupid decision. Whoever's fault it is, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if Kenny Omega's making this decision himself. Whoever's saying this and whoever's doing it is fucking nuts. The way that they should be doing this is with an AEW streaming service where they offer behind the scenes stuff, every house shows, their live show
with their YouTube channel.
I'm saying that I'm saying
they'll have all that stuff on YouTube.
I'm saying that they have they should have a streaming service. Do less stuff on YouTube.
They haven't got that far though.
I'm saying that they should. You don't start with fucking pay-per-views. Put out the first of them for free.
Pay-per-views. That's how WWE started in every other show.
Yes, WWE started with pay-per-views in the 1980s or the 1970s or whenever pay-per-views were a thing. At one time, people used 8-tracks, Streetkilln. Pay-per-view is not a viable standard anymore. Nobody's using it. That's why people have switched to subscription things like Days On, where they can watch the
I'm pretty
sure
fights. They'll get to that point when they get to that point.
I'm saying that they're.
If it will be in a couple of months.
They're blowing exposure. They're blowing exposure. You're talking about they can make money off the pay-per-views. Fuck pay-per-views. They'll make more money off of ad revenue. If they put it out for free where millions of people could watch it, but they make ad revenue off of it and sponsors, you get more people to watch it through putting it out for free than you do by making people pay $50. I'm not going to pay $50. I think it's a ridiculous assumption that anybody except for only the hardcore AEW fans that they already have are going to pay $50 to see that. I would love to watch it, but I'm not going to pay that much money to.
Okay.
I understand that. I understand what you're coming from. Totally, I understand.
Wait.
But, look, it's a TV deal no matter what. Even if they didn't do a TV deal, they still not going to be able to do
If Ted Turner's still alive, he needs to do the same thing as Vince McMahon and just go ahead and die. Don't die, I'm sorry. That's very horrible to say. They need to go ahead and retire.
Look, if they didn't take a TV deal...
But I don't think they're going to retire until they die.
I'm not going to say they wouldn't be able to do a weekly show, because they could do it on YouTube, but I'm pretty sure the reason why they didn't want to do it on YouTube is because it's not reliable, plus YouTube take costs of when you're streaming, and if their channel's monetized, they're not making full profit off of that, even with the ads, because YouTube takes costs, all of that. They want to make full profit, obviously, with a TV deal, they're definitely going to make more profit.
You don't make full profit. You don't make full profit with pay-per-views either.
You'll make more money than streaming on YouTube.
I guarantee they wouldn't, especially if it's a highly promoted event where when it's if it's like a streamer or somebody who's doing something on YouTube, YouTube's going to take a bigger cut. But when it's billionaires who are doing something that's going to attract millions of viewers,
it's still
WWE.
YouTube, trust me, it's still YouTube. They're gonna take
But
money no matter what. They're not gonna. They're not gonna cut the law and say, you know what, you're a special person, so we're just gonna give you
they are. Yes, they are, because
they
billionaires
won't.
billionaires work with each other and they cut each other deals because it's more it's mutually
Maybe
beneficial.
If they
it's synergy.
With YouTube,
they
maybe
will.
If they partnered with
they
YouTube,
will.
maybe
They'll
if they
partner
did
with
that.
YouTube and they'll partner with Facebook. It gets more views for both of them. Street.
Okay, if they can cut a deal with YouTube or Google, whoever owns YouTube now, if they can cut a deal with them and they work to each other and YouTube becomes a primary streaming service for them, then yeah, I can understand that.
See, look, Saul's got it right.
You know,
just they're backed by billionaires. They could have definitely had a streaming service before the pay-per-view and charge $8.99 a month to make it cheaper than WWE Network, so they're undercutting them. And then do the 1 month free trial so you get their very first pay-per-view for free.
Every console. Look at this. That service is not going to be.
You don't have to get on every. You have to get on two. You have to get on two. You have to get on Roku and Comcast. Or Roku and Chromecast.
Yeah, they're gonna just weasel their way into Roku after what? The first fucking couple of months of launch.
Give me just a second.
That's a lot of planning.
Hold on.
That's a lot of planning beforehand.
No, it's not.
They gotta do deals and all this and that.
Let me say something real quick. I'm just gonna do something real quick.
Software and this and that.
No, I'm just gonna do something. I'm just gonna go to. I'm on my Roku right now. I'm just gonna go to one of the weird little things. Look, I'm going to go to lifestyle real quick. Let's look at some of these channels here. And how much work and effort had to have been put behind them. Oh, I've got a whole channel of Platinum Anniversary Divorce Court. They were able to get on Roku. I'm sure they've got billions and billions of dollars to put behind getting on Roku.
Is international as well.
So is Chromecast, and so is every other device that you're talking about that they need to get on. And they are all just that easy to get on. So it's PlayStation. If you have a channel, you can get on one of those platforms.
That's the question.
These things pop up when you've got billions of dollars and you've got something that's in the media and getting media coverage.
How long did that take to get
10 minutes. 10 minutes if they've got that much money and backing.
It may seem like that for you because you've just seen this app just appeared. You're like, oh shit, this is a new app. It's like when you see a new app on the App Store. They just don't appear right. It's not like they just got put on there the same day. They have to go through all legal stuff and all this and that. That takes months, years even. You don't know that. This app or whatever could have been pending for like a year or so, and they finally just came on Roku. The shit don't work instantaneously or a couple of months.
Oh no, please don't tell me we're gonna get this match at Super Showdown.
It don't matter. Super Showdown is gonna be stupid.
Let's see.
Braun Strowman's gonna be taking on Bobby Lashley. Oh my fucking god. Nah. Just cancel that fucking match.
Within my very first search for how to get a Roku channel added to the Roku thing, I'm instantly taken to the Roku website where how to create a Roku channel in 5 minutes. And all you need are an instant TV channel account, which, looking by that, takes about 15 minutes to complete. A Roku developer account at developer.roku.com, which is just another form that says instant verification. So minutes to complete, and then a Roku connected device or TV with a monitor and TV set built in.
Yeah, go make them an AEW channel.
It literally
seem that easy, but it shouldn't. It
is.
Highly doubt it will take a couple.
You look
of days
at some of these. You look at some of these channels, and they were obviously made by somebody at home who just has a collection of fucking videos that they made in their fucking basement. It is that easy to get a channel on the Roku. The problem is, it's just as easy to get on a channel on Roku as it is on YouTube. The same problem applies. You have to get people to want to watch it. You have to. There's a million fucking. There's 627 lifestyle channels. I mean, it's just that easy to get one on there. It's just you got to have people who want to watch it. They're all at the bottom of the list because nobody cares. But this has media coverage. This has people who care. This has a fan base. People would watch it. There's wrestling channels on Roku. All kinds of indie wrestling channels. And they're all pretty terrible, but they're all there. And I'm pretty sure it didn't take them weeks or months to do. And they have had weeks or months. They've had longer to do this. Oh, God.
Oh.
There's a Stoner 420 TV. How about that? $1.99 monthly subscription. And I guarantee you they're making money.
We'll see.
So we actually, well, I actually do
I
have
think
like
it's
some
more
reports on
to
one
it.
match though.
I don't think you're
Park
thinking about
versus-
everything else to it.
Yeah, of course. Park and Hangman Page. That match might be out. Of
There's
Double or
definitely a
Nothing.
lot more to it. Not just
So
the Roku thing, but, like, the whole idea in
I'm just
general.
saying it's not that hard, especially when you've got billions of dollars to put behind it. When you have a name and attached to your name is that billionaire status, you have a lot more leverage in getting things done. You can call a guy who knows a guy. You've got a guy who can get things done. You've got an agent who can call Roku up and be like, hey, I'm blah, blah, blah. I represent so-and-so. We would like to,
You're also not thinking about
extradite the
that
process of
Turner
getting our channel on
does
there.
own HBO. Turner does own HBO and other streaming services as well. That doesn't mean that they'll be on that. You know? This is the first one.
I know.
Right.
Oh my god.
Cut them slack with that.
Then
See
put
how
it on
this goes,
HBO.
See what happens.
Put it on HBO then, goddammit. I don't give a shit, but make it something other than $50 fucking dollars so that the average fucking citizen, the people in trailer parks who fucking watch wrestling, yeah, I'm sorry, a lot of them do. I was in a trailer park. I'm not saying anything negative about it. Well, trailer parks suck. Yeah, I am. But, you know, it's... Those people can't afford a $50 pay-per-view, even if they wanted to watch it. It's not the right business model for this day and age. The only place pay-per-view is a viable option is once-in-a-lifetime events. Like Conor McGregor versus Floyd Mayweather. I don't even think UFC... I wouldn't pay for a UFC pay-per-view. Not any of them. Not one. I wouldn't pay for John Jones versus Brock Lesnar. Well, maybe.
Good.
I agree.
Maybe I would.
I agree,
Can I
Talk for
please actually also
Glory.
just address
I
something
think it was a
quickly
smart
real quick?
decision. I think it's just the approach of how they should do an alternative of things.
I'll go back to what I've always said. I think they should have went with the edgiest network possible instead of one of the tamest networks possible.
You say that, but
they should have went with if it had to be network, it should have been FX. Because it's on it's still network, but it's on the fringes. But they do like TVMA stuff. But they should have went with HBO.
TNT is fucking.
Look,
good.
right now there's already like 12 or 13 million subscribers because of Game of Thrones. They've already got that many people attached to that. Throw AEW on there and throw it in the advertisements and during stuff, and they could get it.
That
Turner owns
it's
it
a week away.
already.
It's a week away, and I have not seen.
AEW should be
advertising.
TVMA. It shouldn't be PG-13. It should be fucking rated R. They should be cursing. There should be blood. There should be everything that WWE refuses to do. They should push the limits and push the boundaries of what wrestling entertainment can be. They should do exactly what they're doing in Japan. They're cussing in Japan. We're not going to get any of that. We're going to get a tame version of New Japan or Ring of Honor. That's what I'm afraid of. We're just going to get a tame, watered down version of that.
Okay,
It won't
well,
be
I was about
tamed
to
because
actually
there's no
just mention that
micromanagement.
one match, but now we're kind of...
There is micromanagement because they're already making them do pay-per-views, right? That's what you said. That's a network
Within
decision.
the superstars.
They're gonna be micromanaged. What about when one of the superstars decides that they want to do something, but Turner Network decides that's a little bit too risky? You can't do that. Is that not micromanaging?
Who knows?
What if Cody Rhodes decides he wants to do a gimmick where he dresses as a woman, and
we'll see. We'll see how it is.
We'll see how
and then the network says no.
No one knows yet.
I'm just saying.
No one knows yet.
They're on it. They're signed up to a network. I'm just saying what you said. You're on a network. You have to follow what they say. That's micromanaging.
I understand that.
They're under the
so who knows?
Maybe Ted Turner's not involved in the same ways that Vince McMahon is, but still, what if he decides to get involved? What if he decides, I want this to happen? Don't they have to do that?
I think that's what happened.
It's not gonna fucking happen because, like, you know, well, because AEW is gonna be like more
they
better
want
than
their
fucking
own.
WWE.
Since they first signed up, I'm assuming that they want, you know, their very first pay-per-view on that network for that show. Who says that the next pay-per-view wouldn't be free? We don't know that yet.
I think we know that.
Very true.
I mean, we can't 100% know it, but I think we can infer and, you know, generally assume.
HBO or something. It could be on HBO.
I would rather it be on HBO. The pay-per-views, that would be perfectly logical and fine. They could also do like some extra bonus content on HBO just to attract the fans to stay subscribed and stuff like that. Just because there's already like I said, 11 to 14 million subscribers to HBO who already have it, and it's not just something that you have to add on to your cable provider anymore. It's something that you can just get on your phone or get on PlayStation, or get on Roku, or get on Chromecast, or get on your smart TV, or get on your smart DVD player, your Blu-ray player, any of those things. There's literally thousands of devices you can connect to, and as technology and stuff continues to grow, I think for the most part, network TV is falling out of fashion. The numbers aren't near what they used to be, and I don't think network deal was necessarily the way to go. Well, yeah, it was, as far as the weekly episodic thing. But the pay-per-views should definitely be on a streaming service. And they should also have, like, maybe do like a Raw and SmackDown thing, but their version of SmackDown or whatever would be on the subscription service. So you get, your weekly thing that everybody can watch, and then on the subscription service you get another weekly thing that you can also watch. And then you get the pay-per-views, and you get, bonus content, like behind the scenes or, extra promo stuff and stuff like that, whatever.
Well, let's actually just say, I think Park has actually quit AEW already.
That sounds like Neville.
Yeah.
Bye.
Well, because So the original match was supposed to be Park versus Hangman Page.
Oh, he should have went against Biggie.
Due to some creative differences, I think they were gonna have Hangman Page go over, go over on Park, and then Park said, "You know what? Fuck it, nah, screw it, I'm leaving AEW." I'm like, really? So the whole build up to this Park versus Hangman Page match we've been getting, it's been good, but now since he's quit, I think that this could be now just like a little bit of a story.
Hold on, Broke has something I'd like to talk about, because he kind of has a point that I really agree with. Is that he says, I like AEW, I don't like the fans. And I think that that's one thing that really makes me not want to watch AEW, is because I feel like their fans are like elitists. They're like, oh, you watch WWE? Okay. Oh my
it's
God.
Like the WWE,
You watch WWE. That's garbage. Like, I know not all of them are like that, but there's so many that are just so snobbish about that.
Yeah, and
they
we
love it
on other promotions.
I'm not. I don't sit there and do that to the AEW people. I respect their opinions on it, and I respect everybody's opinion on everything. I don't sit there and tell them that they're wrong for liking AEW. I say that's awesome. It's not really my thing, but it's mostly because I haven't really been exposed to it or haven't had time, or I've got my thing. I'm not really. I will watch the free TNT episodes. I'll give it a shot. I'm excited for that. But, beyond that, it wasn't really accessible. I mean, if I wanted to watch it and put forth the effort, I could find a way to watch it. I'm not saying that I couldn't. But, I've already got a lot of wrestling taking up my time. And as of right now, it's my preferred method because I'm still pretty invested in it. I still know some of the people. I still care about some of the people that are there. So, I think AEW definitely has an appeal, but I think that the fans really hurt AEW more than help. They're not really going to convert any fans by being negative towards those fans. You would want to say
no advertisement without the outside of internet. That's what I'm saying.
Did you also see what apparently Jericho's new move is? He's going to be performing at Double or Nothing.
Hold on, what'd you say, Street?
Okay.
There's been no advertisement with the outside of internet. So
there's no advertising for it outside. Oh yeah, there should have been.
I see no commercials about it. Okay, maybe there is now on TNT, but I'm not sure because I don't watch that. But other than that, I don't see anything outside of internet-wise.
Okay, Ben. Now, what about Chris Jericho's new move? I didn't forget about you, buddy.
So Jericho is going to be debuting a new signature move at AEW Double or Nothing, and it's kind of like a spinning elbow. Hang on. Yeah, there is a video to this. There is a video to this. I'll put it in our Discord for you.
You should just stick to the walls of Jericho.
This one.
Okay, I'll look at that whenever.
And also, Andrade's going to be facing fucking Finn Balor at Super Showdown for the Intercontinental title.
He's going to be face-fucking Finn Balor?
No. So Finn Balor, actually, aka the Demon Finn Balor, is going to be defending his Intercontinental title against Andrade.
No, you said he's going to be face-fucking Andrade Cien.
I don't know.
You said he's face-fucking.
I don't know.
What's going on in your head, Ben?
Yeah, that is apparently his new signature move. I'll just put it in our Discord for you to watch.
That's gonna hit. I'll look at it whenever. So I don't know. I had some news. Apparently Triple H is pretty unhappy with Vince McMahon for the creative decisions going on.
Well, obviously we can see that.
But how does this go? Does this lead towards a Vince McMahon stepping down type deal, or does this lead to Vince McMahon getting mad because Triple H is running his mouth or being upset? Does he punish Triple H?
Vince McMahon stepping down to Triple H.
I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think Vince McMahon is done till he's dead.
Yep. I think
he'll put something in his will. I bet before he dies, he writes in his will what they have to do for the next storyline for the next 10 years.
I think he's just like, you know what? You see NXT? Just stay there.
So I think the correct decision would be to let Triple H run things, but I don't think that's going to happen.
Also, Ashley Mazzaro passed away yesterday. 39 years old. That is pretty young. Oh, that wasn't, yeah. Just trying to
say that again.
Ashley Mazzaro. He passed away.
Yeah.
Also, Grumpy Cat passed away.
Oh, that's big news.
Yep. It's everywhere. It's all over the Reddits. Triple H unhappy. Ashley dead.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find like the clip of you know, Chris Jericho's new finisher he's going to be bringing to the table at Double or Nothing.
Oh, there's one thing I want to talk about. I went to some sites and there was something about Renee Young, an article about Renee Young or something about that, and it wasn't a bad article about her or anything. But in the comment section, it was just nothing but people who hate Renee Young. And I'm like, is this a thing? There were so many people like, oh, she doesn't know anything, and she's just sitting there and blah, 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 not talking about the... I'm like...
I think it's because it's sexist.
You think so? You think it's anti-feminist?
Yeah, that's what I think.
What's that male movement called? The guys who who think that it's like becoming like a reverse feminism thing. I forget what it's called. It's got a name.
I want to.
But yeah, a lot of people are really, really bashing on her. And I mean, I get it that she doesn't know the names of all the moves and all of that, but is that, it's color commentary. And when you have color commentary, you have somebody who knows the stuff, and then you have some other people who are there for like the entertainment and almost an everyman's opinion. I mean, it's better than Michael Cole. It's better than...
I think they just pushed
so
it.
Much better.
I kind of agree with Talk for Glory. She does have repetitive words and not much to say.
I understand that.
But I think it's just they just pushed it for the first ever diss. You know
I personally like Renee Young, and I think that she was a wonderful interviewer, and I think that the biggest thing is that she hasn't quite had time, and probably the biggest problem is Vince McMahon's probably going, "You're doing perfect, hon. That's just what I wanted." He just wants her to be there going, oh my God, like she says all the time. So, yeah, I get the frustration, but it's turned into outright hatred. And I think it's unwarranted, especially when she hasn't really been given time to develop, and she's been unnecessarily drawn into this Dean Ambrose conversations a lot of times, where it makes things really, really fucking awkward and hard to come back from. So I don't think her not being completely successful at that is due to any fault of her own. I think if they would just let her sit there and commentate and do whatever, you know, she's naturally inclined to do, I think they would get a much better performance out of her instead of maybe micromanaging her. I think she's got the potential to be one of the best commentators on the show. You don't have to know everything about it or even know anything about it to be able to provide commentary. It's commentary. If it's entertaining and you're just the entertaining aspect, then that's awesome, because you don't have to know all the stuff. You've got somebody, you've got two people there who know all the names of the moves.
It's like streamers do. Streamers play like all the new games, like live stream, and they're just commentary. They don't know shit about the game. It just came out. They're just there to prove, like, say shit, make commentary.
I think they need to give Renee Young some slack.
Develop.
Let her. The fans, the people, need to give Renee Young some slack. Let her keep trying. Let her develop, and let her become what she needs to become. It'll come with time. Nobody's perfect, and nobody starts out doing great. Remember what The Rock was like when he first came to WWE? You know, we went through that. So, I like Renee Young. I think she's awesome and a great personality. So, I want to see her succeed. So I think it hurts my feelings when people hate on her. I mean, I really enjoyed her as an interview personality, and on the side, the kickoff shows and everything else like that. So commentary is just the next step.
Podcast, my dude.
Absolutely, but we've had a steady like 10 to 11 viewers the whole. Well, we'll say 6 to 7 viewers the whole time.
I don't think there's anything else to talk
So
about.
no, not really. So it's probably a good place to call it a day, and we appreciate everybody stopping in. Please hit the subscribe and like button if you haven't already. You know we appreciate it. If you didn't like what you hear, hey, give us a thumbs up anyway, you asshole. Thanks guys for tuning in. Same time next week. Catch us, and also I guess what's the Talk for Glory has a podcast, so subscribe and check out Talk for Glory. We'll definitely be I'll check it out, definitely. So peace out guys, catch us next week on the flip flop, y'all.